Is that us? Oh no! Oh, I got the wheel picker.
Oh, hey, it is.
I think we're live, and we haven't done all sorts of checks, so hopefully the audio sounds all right. But we're looking to you guys to let us know. But anyways, what's up? I'm FPVgan. I'm joined here by the one and only Seltro.
Hello, hello.
And we are kicking it off with the DRL Sim 2024 Fall Community Season Grand Finals today that you guys have been working your butts off on for the last few months. I guess that we've had 25 tracks brought to us by you guys, the community, put them all together alongside with Mr. P, Mr. Persister, and Gysi leading the pack and putting together this incredible tournament that has an awesome prize pool today. I don't even know what it's at. We should see if I can pull up like the total to see where we're going today. But someone's going to be awarded that prize money today. We are going through an entire tournament bracket of the top 24 who've qualified for the event, and we're going to be watching every single heat of action, bringing you all the way to the finals and crowning our champion today.
It's going to be a hell of a race. It looks like we're actually at $1,550 currently for the prize pool, which is an astounding amount. All of that money was donated and raised by the community. The same people who made these wonderful tracks that everyone's getting to race on are the same people who contributed to make this event possible. So be sure to say thank you to your fellow pilots. And I don't know, Travis, I'm looking forward to some really great racing on these tracks. Some wonderful maps that were made by the community members and some excellent tracks that were made for them. But before we get too far ahead, I think because we're getting ready to fire things off, it is 4 o'clock. We should probably think about drawing some tracks for our, like, what are these?
I just got to stop you for 2 seconds because I haven't been streaming on the flight deck for ages. And maybe some of you guys might not know who I am or who Seltro is. But I worked for DRL for 5 years, and actually am going to be returning to their race coming up in Miami as the flight deck manager. And Seltro and I have been involved in drone racing and the DRL Sim community for a long time now. And and what I was going to get to was that I haven't been streaming on this channel. I guess a while back, I was streaming pretty regularly. And here, Gysi coming out of nowhere just gifted 10 subs to the community. So I'm pretty sure that means that I better get back to streaming and get to work. Thank you very much, Gysi. One of the big contributors and making this event all possible, and such a huge supporter of the DRL Sim community and drone racing in general. So thanks to you. And yeah, we'll pivot back to what Seltro was saying. The way that it's going to work today is we have a quarterfinal round. That's 4 groups of 6 pilots each. The top 3 from each of those groups is going to advance to the semifinal round. So 2 groups of 6, and then the top 3 from each of those groups will advance to the final. Now, we actually have 3 different tracks we'll be racing today. So the quarterfinals is going to be a track, then the semifinals a new track, or different track, sorry, and then the finals is a brand new track. I didn't rehearse any of this, so it's just kind of coming off the top of my head.
You're doing great.
But in total, for this whole season, we've had 25 or 24, I guess, so far, unique tracks that have been available to you guys. You've been grinding those ones. And right now, we are going to spin a wheel to determine what the quarterfinal and semifinal tracks are. And I got this little spinny wheel, and let's see if I can make it work. We got tanks for flying, container cruising, Armory Apex, and First Blood. Clicking the wheel. We're going to find out right now which track are we racing for the quarterfinals today. It's going to be Armory Apex. I'm a fan, and we're going to take a look at that in just a minute. You guys might want to get to work for the quarterfinals and start practicing that track right now. Seltro, do you know when the tournament actually starts? Like, when do we race? I think we have 15 minutes roughly of practice. We'll check in with Mr. P if you could don't mind doing that and just confirm when the actual first heat will start.
Yeah, so we have the finals track has been released. Everyone is checked in. The pre-stream started. Quarterfinals tracks have been announced. So we should be firing up. Racing here in about 10 minutes. You should have 10 minutes to prepare for the quarterfinals track before Group 1 starts. So you have 10 minutes from now. So we'll say a good solid 4:14, maybe 4:15 if we're feeling really generous. It's 4:05 Eastern and by my clock. So you have exactly 10 minutes to begin practicing your new favorite track, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We can do a little track preview, give the folks a taste of what they're going to be seeing out here.
We will, but we got to do the semifinals, and I need your help for a second because we need to eliminate tracks from that spinny wheel, the wheel picker, before I actually spin it.
Absolutely.
So, can you pull up the
already have it here. So we landed on Armory Apex.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be removing Harvestigation.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. Well, then I think we're ready to rock. So here's our spinning wheel for the semifinals. And sorry, I gotta scroll up, don't I? Oh, look at that. I got it in place. Perfect.
Boom.
Okay. Here we go. Semifinals track coming right up. It's gonna be
wait. gysi says we've got to wait.
Oh. Well, then that doesn't count. I thought. What are we waiting for, gysi? What am I missing here? For?
Yeah.
Explain.
Do we make an error? Armory, Apex, First Blood, and Harvestigation were all grouped together. Renaissance, Container Salad, and Dizzy Light Delight were the same. Dracula Dive, Dirt Dash, and Waffle Iron were the same. Unless we made a grievance or there's an issue with the colors on the Dizzy Light and Waffle should be removed. I will defer to you on that. I'm going by the color coding on the current rule sheet. I know we kind of did a briefing about the tracks that we would remove previously, but unless something has changed.
He's saying wait again.
Yep.
The suspense is building. We have no idea what we're doing yet. We'll figure it out. Oh, I got some little music.
Yeah, we'll just double check with Mr. P real quick.
Let's make sure with Mr. P.
So we have drawn Armory Apex. We will waffle as semis. Is what Lee's what?
Well, don't listen to Lee.
Waffle as semis. So just to clarify for the audience, there is a reason why we are removing specific tracks from the semifinals pool. So we did have a lot of great tracks made it into the quarterfinals and semifinals lineup. However, so that we can showcase the work of all of the track designers, it was in our best interest to take a track that was made by a track designer, and if they had additional tracks in semifinals, we would pull those out so that everyone had a chance to be showcased. So we've removed Dizzy Light and Waffle Iron from the semi pool. We have confirmed that. Thank you very much, gysi.
So I got to put back that other one, right? It was like Harvestigation.
Harvestigation, that's correct.
Okay, that one's going back in, and I'm removing Dizzy Delight and the Waffle Iron.
Waffle Iron, you nailed it.
Okay,
perfect. Thank you for clearing that up, gysi and Mr. Persister. We really appreciate you being present for that.
Okay, he gave me the list. So give me, there it is, my ghetto setup here. All right, do we have them in here? Harvestigation, yep. Renaissance, got it.
Yep. Container salad, Dracula Dive, and Dirt Dash. We are ready to go. So we're now drawing for our semifinals race, and let's give that wheel a spin.
Oh, what's gonna be? It looks like Container Salad.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
All right, there it is. Container Salad it is. So it was Armory Apex, Container Salad, and then the finals track is one that I worked on with Seltro, and that was released to the pilots about an hour ago.
Yeah, about an hour ago.
So they've had a little bit of time to work on that. So why don't we take a look at while they're practicing? Let's just do a quick look at the tracks we're going to be flying tonight. Maybe I'll pull up the game screen here.
Yeah, let's give us a little rundown. Maybe we can pick a ghost or two. Who are we going to pick on today? That's the real question.
Yeah, let's see. I'm going to pick up Armory Apex. I guess you don't see my screen, but you can watch it with me if you like. Yeah, pulling up a replay. Armory Apex. We got the West top of the leaderboard. I might as well watch him. Let's pick on him for a second.
Yeah, West knows what's going on. Let's take a look here. A 56-314 for WestFPV, which is a pretty banging run here on Armory Apex. This was one of my favorite tracks of all of the tracks in the pool. Actually, I really enjoyed this one. Wes is the best. You know, Miso, I think you might be on something with that. He's pretty good. He's pretty good dude.
Now, both of us, you and I we didn't compete on the tracks, but we've flown all. Did you get through all 25 tracks now?
I didn't. I flew most of them.
Yeah.
I missed about 10 of them, I think. So I did try to run through them all, so I had an idea of what we would be looking at. And I have to say, of all the tracks I flew, I personally enjoyed every single one of them. Just a lot of great ideas. It's good to see the variety come out of the community like that. When you task 20 different, 20 plus people with creating maps, you end up seeing some excellent things. So here we are, West off to a good start. An upward right-hand turn going through a slight gentle slalom around this building here, and inside he goes, down through a chute, back outside through a tunnel, and we're going up and around. This is our technical section. Yeah. Tell us about the technical section there, Travis.
It's super technical.
You nailed it, bro.
I was just thinking, like, just to change the subject, this map, is it based on a video game environment? And I'm forgetting what the heck game is it. Is it like Counter-Strike or Call of Duty? Maybe someone in the chat knows. I thought it was based on a game environment.
Yeah, if this looks familiar to anyone, let me know. I'm kind of curious. Now, Battlefield 4. Okay, that checks out. Very cool.
That one section there in the end, and I wasn't giving you anything. I'm just, there's a lot of shit going on in my mind right now. I'm making sure everything's working here. But let's take one more look at this again, because I was kind of distracted as I come back up here to the top. Like the sections here that are going to cause people trouble in the quarterfinals.
It's really here. You can see West pulled that nice and tight up high and let gravity do the rest of the work to bring him down through the chute.
That
You're gonna see yeah, the Immelman's nice. You're going to see a lot of people approach that just differently. Also, I'd like to point out the climb that West makes through the quote technical section, which each track has a featured technical element on it, comprised of the cube section that we saw a little bit earlier in the track. West is doing that really smooth. It's a big inertia swing to lose elevation like that and then have to go right back up. So he makes it look a little easy, but I expect to see people bottoming out there a little bit from time to time.
Absolutely.
Really nice
and we just got to answer. Miso answered, it's a Battlefield 4 map. So it's incredible what's been done in the community. And I believe that this environment was made a while back, and then Mr. P bought it into the mix for the track designers, and some of them got to build environments. I think there was a few tracks that were built on this environment.
That's correct. There were several tracks that were brought in as older, very familiar, kind of more famous community environments. Mm-hmm. I know we had some tracks from Flightless that made it in. I believe there was some that Silent had worked on, made it in. Maybe Flightless and Silent together. I can't recall exactly, but there are just a ton of great maps from community years past, you might say, that have kind of shown up here. And it's great to see people being able to breathe a little new life into them.
Absolutely. And there hasn't been any DRL Sim hasn't been as active in development for the past year, so we haven't seen any new environments being made. So for Mr. P and gysi to like bring that into the mix, to give this fresh kind of new tracks on new environments has definitely brought some life into the racing.
Yeah, 100%.
We're on Container Salad right now, so this is going to be our semifinals track. We're watching the Bob slicing his way through the woods into the containers. There's so many tracks that I'm having to get like refamiliarized. Like, which track is this on the container map?
Right.
Because I built one too, actually.
Bob working his way down. A lot of elevation changes here. A nice cube element in the center of the containers.
Yeah,
and
over
back
that
outside.
rock is me tricky.
Yeah, that's nasty. Bob doing a great job of maintaining level flight around these obstacles. He's not weeble wobbling up and down in elevation. He's maintaining a nice stable flight path, and he's just kind of showing us how it's done here. Very controlled.
Absolutely, and it's a one lapper as well, so it'd be interesting. So we did have kind of a short list going into this, so competitors did know have a smaller selection from the 24 tracks, I guess, to practice. But now they've just found out just now like which tracks are racing today. So I'm sure they're jumping in there, getting a few laps done to make sure they've remembered the lines, especially on that, like the one lappers.
Yeah,
First
the
one's
sprint
2
tracks,
laps though, but the finish is a little bit different. So
the sprint tracks definitely add an element of caution almost to some of these pilots. Like you don't necessarily have the same luxury to kind of relearn on lap one. You're not blessed with that opportunity to take it just a little bit easy. Maybe you know where the challenging elements are and you have a lap to kind of warm up and gain pace. Not here. You have to be ready to commit and send it the whole way through.
absolutely. I mean, that container one's going to be rough because these pilots be pushing as hard as they can. Of course, the format for both quarterfinals and semifinals is a sudden death format. So essentially, they have 3 regular heats. They have to get first place to automatically advance to the next round. And if there are not 3 separate winners after those heats, they end up in a sudden death. And so if you got like one, pilot is just running away with it, ends up sweeping it, even if there's incredibly talented pilots in there that are likely in the top 3 to advance, they get put in that position where now they're in a fight for their life, right, in that final heat to make sure they don't make a mistake. And I think Container Salad, we could definitely see some upsets really on both of those tracks.
100%. It's a great opportunity. I mean, it's really going to shake things up. Like you said, there's a lot of opportunities for mistakes. There are a lot of on some of those rocks, and I can see that being one to really shake things up for some of these pilots. Real quick, it looks like it's about 4:16. That should be give or take, minus our little slight delay for figuring out which maps we're going to be in. But this puts us around tournament start time. So let's take a look and see if our pilots are all geared up and ready to go going into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, should we be jumping in there? I was going to take a look at the finals track, but maybe we'll do that after this round.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. I know we're right around start time for the quarterfinals. Let's take a look and see if they are all prepared. Better turn this thing on just in case.
And let us out there. Thank you everybody for joining us this evening too. And let us know how the stream's going on your end. Is the audio good? You guys can see us just fine.
Yeah.
Let us know
questions.
if there's anything we can change, because we only had so much time to set this up. So
we're here for you guys.
Yeah,
That's it.
let us know.
You tell us. We're here for you.
Grand final. Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing pilots in there waiting, so we're gonna stand by, but we can take a look at the game screen here. Just take a look at the groups that we're gonna have tonight and some of the pilots we didn't even introduce. So let's take a look. In group number 1, we're gonna have the Bob, Tripp FPV, Goddess Randi, Ultimatebas, Dr. Rumak, and Anol 13. All right. Group number 2, we got Green OG, Annihilation Robo, Twice FPV, Defensive Duck, Turtle Chief, and Tyrdronious.
And boy, is Group 3 loaded. We've got WestFPV, Killian, Corrupted, HaloWalker, Trozii, and Miller 704. And
oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's going to be spicy. Followed up by Group 4, which gysi OG, Mr. Persister, H5R, ItsLee TV, aka the Pretzel King of the South, 2018 Toyota Tacoma, and Giddy Gimbals.
Phoenix. Hey, that's how I read it, anyways, yeah, just back to group 3 too. We have 2 actual DRL pilots in the mix here, Killian and HaloWalker, who have been announced as official pilots for the DRL Invitational race happening in Miami February 1st 2025. So West has got his work cut out for him in that group, 100%. I know he was not happy about that and thought it was rigged, but it was random. There was a whole process.
Well, given some of the times that West has put down lately, I think we may actually be able to say that Killian and HaloWalker might have their work cut out for them. I mean, West has really out here been putting in a lot of time, a lot of stick time, both on the field and in the simulator. And he's proven that he's no one to mess around with. So I think it's going to be very exciting to see what comes out of Group 3 especially.
I agree. And I just got word there in the chat from Blinken from the DRL Sim team, who's graciously helping to support this entire community season, and as well as supporting our tournament tonight. He'll be running things behind the scenes and keeping us going. He's told us that group number 1 is about to open up, so we are getting ready to click the button. Yes, good luck to everybody. We're waiting on group number 1 of the quarterfinals to be racing on the Armory Apex.
What's up, Alfie? Yeah, cheers to you, buddy. Good to see you. Good luck to all the pilots out here. There is a ton of... I can't stress enough that the talent pool here is incredibly deep. There are a lot of skilled pilots in these groups, and there are some new pilots who have really been putting in a lot of work over the past year to get to where they are. So big shout out, big round of applause to everybody who put the work in to get this far. 25 tracks is no joke. If you're really putting in the time to get those times, it's a lot of effort. So shout outs to everyone who did their due diligence to get this far.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an annual thing for DRL to have the DRL Sim tryouts, and that has been an incredibly competitive competition that awards the top pilot with a chance to race in the actual DRL competitions. So we've been lacking that, and the work that's been done by Mr. P and gysi and this community, track builders, and everybody supporting this has really brought back some intense competition for us today. So I know there's some people sweating today. This is going to be an incredible battle, and can't wait to watch.
Yeah, I can feel the tension building for these pilots as they're waiting. Looks like Group 1 just went active.
All right.
So we can go ahead and collect our spectator roles here. We got Tripp, Goddess Randi, Ultimatebas, Anoli 13. I don't want to say that wrong, but and Dr. Rumak in here so far.
It could be, yeah. Do we just go with Anol 13 or
Anol 13? Yeah.
AI no.
AINOL. It's maybe it's holidays themed.
Yeah.
Dr. Rumak won't participate. Okay.
Oh,
he made it. He did make it. Yes. Dr. Rumak will be participating. He's not just here for looks, folks. He is in it to win it. So glad you made it here, Dr. Rumak. Yes, Drano, we will be watching every heat. We're going to be running them in order. Wait, that's right, isn't it not? I'm wrong.
Yeah. We're running them. I think we're just going to go group 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Excellent.
As far as I know.
This is exciting. My blood's starting to pump here now a little bit. Here we go. Armory Apex. A very exciting track. Gonna be some spills and thrills and chills here. A lot of elements, not too particularly technical, but man, a lot of opportunity to lose speed on this track with elevation changes, the wide slalom outside on the building. We've got drones on the podium.
Dewey, I'm still loading in. So a lot of this stream is relying on the stability of my PC. So we'll see what the heck happens. I'm loading in now. Oh, it looks like I'm on the podiums. Were you there for a while?
Yeah, I've been here for a few seconds.
All right. Well, we're here. We're on the blocks. About to take off heat number 1, quarterfinals, group 1. And we've got, if you're noticing the multicolored props going on here, it's because we got all the drones on the same podium for fairness. That's right. The organizers decided one podium. They're all launching off the same pad. So,
yeah, and it does make sense. In a
thank you so much for the sub.
AC, welcome to the show. Good to see you, brother. And here we go.
If this goes well, we might have to oh, I got no cameras on this one, so I'm gonna have to switch. I'm switching over to FPV right now, following along with the Bob. It looks like he's in first place. You want to call this? I'm now on a chase cam right now. Ultimatebas, who's falling back to 4th. I got the Bob, Tripp, and Goddess Randi 1, 2, 3 in the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Goddess Randi with a great view here, watching the Bob as they make their way back up and around the smokestack down into the building. It looks like the field is spreading out just a little bit here. 1st through 3rd has quite the gap on 4th, 5th, and 6th. So it looks like Goddess Randi is in a prime position to make a move here.
Yeah, and we know we got 3 regular heats. The winner of this heat will automatically advance into the semifinal round, and they'll be safe and clear. But I think Bob is going to try to win all 3 of them, forcing Tripp and Goddess into a sudden death. So they really have nothing to lose.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like the Bob is well ahead here going into the building already. Goddess, Randi, and Trippy neck and neck making their way around towards the finish gate. This could go either way.
Yeah, but Bob's way up in front. Not as much as I thought. Second and a half ahead of Goddess, Randi, and Tripp right behind. So Bob's automatically advancing from this group. Not a surprise. Bob was he? We didn't take a look at that final leaderboard of the finals track, but looking at this one, I think it was West who was #1 on the leaderboard of this. But I think Bob was second.
I believe you're right. And I did take a look at the finals. Right before I took my last look, the Bob had taken the lead, the pole position on the finals track. That may have changed again. I'll have to take. But last I saw, he was in the lead there too.
Yeah.
So Bob with a great run, a 57.4. Goddess Randi just behind, trading places with Tripp FPV there at the end, a 58.983 for her, and a 59.011 for Trippy. So looks like Ultimatebas, Dr. Rum, and Anoli 13 have a little bit of time to make up there if they want to be competitive in this group. But we definitely have some good racing at the front right now.
What if like the 13 is like IE or something? Anoli?
I would feel really dumb. That makes a lot of sense.
Let's go with that.
Anoli. All right.
And chat, you can let us know too if there's we're
We'll
gonna try to butcher all the names.
Yeah, we'll find this person after the race, see if we can bring him on just to confirm or something. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to stalk them on Discord, see who it really is. It's an alias.
All right, heat number 2 about to kick off here. We are looking for a different winner. Can Bob hold on to it and keep these guys out and force them to sudden death? Let's find out.
Yeah, it's certainly a possibility. The Bob has really been on a heater, definitely in contention to win the entire thing. I mean, he's putting down some lap times that are kind of out of this world. So
I like this. I got this like a top view, like as the start. That's the camera on the track, but we're switching over immediately. I'm on Bob, following along as he immediately runs to the front of the pack. So I'm going to switch back to Tripp, currently battling in 3rd position.
Yeah, great view here from Trippy as we see Goddess Randi and Bob right out in front of him. Going up through this technical element, looks like Tripp going to make a little bit of ground, trying to wobble, sneak past Randi, but she is not having it today. Absolutely no sir from her. As we go into the building, the Bob again looks like he's about a second ahead here based on the trail of Tripp FPV, who's doing his best to keep a nice smooth run. But Randi sneaking out in front on my screen anyways, looking very promising for another second place.
I was going to say Tripp managed to get past, but Goddess has taken it right back into 2nd place. But again, looking from the same as heat number 1, Bob has extended his lead. Coming into the final few turns here, it looks like he's going to hang on to it.
Yeah, we've got Uncle Bass and then Dr. Rumak following behind. Anoli, which we're going to go with now for the time being, just behind there with a little bit of damage, trying to keep up with the pack.
At Canoli, it could be Canoli.
It could be Canoli, that's true.
And there it is. So that guarantees that we are going to a sudden death for this group for at least one pilot. But looking at these two, I mean, Bob's managed to extend his lead a little bit further, about a second and a half from Goddess, which, you know what, actually is pretty similar to the last one. But Goddess and Tripp neck and neck. And then we have about a 3-second gap to Ultimate. So right now, my prediction is we're going to see the Bob, Goddess, and Tripp advancing from this group. But really, anything can happen.
That's right. All it takes is one clipped prop to change the outcome of a race. As long as the Bob, Tripp, and Goddess Randi keep this nice consistency about them, I think you're absolutely right. We're going to see them moving on. Unless something... I'm not going to put it into the universe, so we're just going to leave it at that, right? No caster curse here, folks. That's not happening today.
All right, well, we are loading in heat number 3, coming right up.
Yeah, and tell us what you all think of this track, Armory Apex. Any thoughts, opinions? Personally, I love it. I think it's a great track. It's got a good feel to it. Has a nice mix of open and technical elements. It doesn't get too much better than that as far as I'm concerned, but I'd love to hear what the chat thinks.
Yeah, and I was just gonna look up to confirm. Do you remember the track designer? Here it is. This is Drifting 13 from Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. So great job Drifting S13 on this track. You did a bang up job. Wonderful racetrack.
All right.
We've got disco props on the podium.
It does switch up. We now have an orange drone. I don't know like what the priority is. It's just like whoever loads in first as to what color. Do you have an orange drone too? Is that what you're seeing?
I've got a yellow drone with red props bleeding through.
All right. We
It's
all
like yellow. Maybe you just have more red in your yellows than me. That's what it is. Let's see. Here we go.
I'm starting out with Ultimatebas here in the back of the pack. I know that they were a latecomer to this. I think they were a backup pilot, but close to the top 24. So may have put a little bit less practice, but here they are in the competition racing.
And racing quite well. I mean, Ultimatebas running a really nice line. Absolutely nothing wrong with this. A little wide, a little wobble here and there, but really smooth all in all. I mean, you can't ask for more than that. Shout out to Ultimatebas for showing up and actually being willing to fill that spot. I know we did have a few people who couldn't make it to the tournament today for a variety of reasons. So we have to give a lot of credit where credit's due. And Ultimatebas now running a pretty good lap here, catching up to Dr. Rumak in 4th place. Meanwhile, Absolutely. At the front of the pack, we've got Tripp FPV in 3rd, trying to catch Goddess Randi, who's trying to catch the Bob. Seems like a running theme we've had here on this track, but it looks like it's going to be the Bob, Goddess Randi, and then Tripp FPV for your 1, 2, 3, followed by Dr. Rumak, Ultimatebas, and Anoli.
I think that was a much better. I think that was a solid time. Was that not a big improvement there for the Bob with a 57.1?
It was. Yeah, it looks like Randi shaved another 10th off as well, and Trippy trying to stay there in those mid 58s rather. I think last heat he had a 58.6, so he's kind of hovering the same space there. Mm-hmm. I know Tripp was talking a little earlier. I hope the nerves aren't getting to him. I know he's not watching this now, but he will watch it later. So you're doing great, baby bird. You keep it going. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm waiting for those final results to pop up. Okay, there they are. So we are ending up with the Bob sweeping here, so forcing everybody into sudden death. But that means that there's two spots available from this group to advance. We're expecting Goddess and Tripp, but we'll see.
That's right. And you know, in this situation, it's very important as a pilot. You got to keep tabs on what's important. You know, Goddess and Tripp both know that they're running a few seconds ahead of the competition. There's really no reason for them to push and compete with each other here. If they fly a smooth, clean race, they're both moving on. So. We've got let's see, Vizzy says, I don't know any of these tracks, but yeah, I'll go with yes. All right, that's solid. And K9 or Apa says, there are cool elements on this track. The first dive into the building is a game changer. It absolutely is. That nice tight right turn around the pole and then straight down into the chute, you either make it or break it on that. That's 100% an area to lose a ton of time on this track. Or your drone entirely. I mean, you just smack into the top of the dive like I did about 400 times, you know, but whatever.
And the complexity of the tracks is supposed to continue to go up, right? This is a yellow level track, which is kind of the medium, right, track from this season. But this one's pretty technical.
It is. It really does a great job of keeping you on your toes. You don't ever get too much of a break before you are obligated to flick that thing in like a hot biscuit in a pan. Wait, that doesn't make sense. And we're off.
Go with it.
Looks like Tripp off to a good start here. Up the tower he goes, dancing with Goddess Randi as they make their way through the slalom.
I'm following along with Goddess right now. She's just taken first place. It looks like they're neck and neck. I gotta switch over to 3rd place to even see what's going on here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to orbit this one here. Goddess Randi and Tripp trading places again, coming up around the smokestack. Down into the building, Goddess Randi hits it with a little bit of gumption, pulls ahead by about half a trail on Tripp as they go around the pole through the building.
Climbing up the flags up here into the slalom in the top section, into the building. There you go around through this corkscrew, dropping down.
Again, they're coming out at about the same distance here. Looks like Tripp pulling just a little bit ahead here, up through the technical element. Goddess Randi maintaining that one trail lead here on Tripp, but he does pull a little bit tighter down into the building, able to close the gap just so slowly, but around the building into the finish, it looks like it's definitely going to be Goddess Randi with a win.
It was a beautiful dance. I mean, they only needed to place 1st or 2nd there. They just stuck together the whole time, didn't take too many risks, and now they're going to be advancing to the semifinals.
Yeah, just another day at the park for Goddess Randi and Tripp FPV here. just having a casual flight at the flying field. What a great run here. Kudos to the Bob for the clean sweep in Group 1, the 57-4, 56-9, and then a 57-1. Very consistent right around that 57-second mark. Got us Randi here in those low 58s. Tripp with the mid 58s. Great run from everybody. Ultimatebas, big props for showing up on the low notice and competing and doing well, running a nice race. And Anoli, Anol 13, and Dr. Rumak, also a great showing here in those 1 minute marks. So a little bit of room to improve there, but a great showing from all these pilots. One thing we didn't see were any DNFs. Looks like everybody made it through every heat. So
people
something to be
putting
said
in the
for
work.
that. Yeah, people really been putting in the work there. That type of consistency is something that you only get with stick time. So that goes to show you that these pilots have been really working hard for it.
Well, we're waiting for group number 2 coming right up, I believe. We got Green OG, Annihilation Robo, Twice FPV, Defensive Duck, Turtle Chief, and Tyrdronious racing on the same track.
And it looks like our group 2 has just gone active. Let's see if we can get in there and claim our spectator spots as the pilots fall in here. What are your predictions for this group, Travis? It looks like, a couple of pilots that I'm not super familiar with personally. I've had the privilege of racing with Green OG for a couple of years, and I've talked to Tyrdronious a little bit, know the kind of work he's been putting in, but I'm not too familiar with Defensive Duck, Turtle Chief, or Annihilation Robo. I do know Annihilation Robo's really been putting the work in this year.
Yeah.
And I think we all know Twice, one of our favorite DRL streamers, Twice
Absolutely.
FPV, the man, the myth, the legend. He's in here going to show us how it's done. We're going to get some good racing from this group as well. Look for a good contest between Twice, Tyrdronious, and Green OG. Although, from what I've seen, Annihilation Robo is going to be right up there too. So,
yeah, I mean, we're getting shoutouts in the chat for Green all the way. I mean, my expectation is that we may see another sweep in this, and that doesn't say anything against the other guys, but he's just a top level pilot. But absolutely, I imagine that we see Twice in the mix. I expect him to advance to the semifinals. Annihilation Robo, and really a couple names there that I'm not too familiar with as well. I know Tyrdronious, so really that third spot, who knows?
yeah, this could be pretty exciting to see who ends up making it through this group. I do look forward to the racing, though. Like you said, between Twice and Green and Annihilation Robo, Tyrdronious, we're going to have some good heats.
Yeah. Apis D, also that's known as K9 in the chat. Great prediction with Green, Twice, and Annihilation Robo in that order. I think that's a solid prediction, and that's the way they qualified. So
yeah, that definitely checks out in my little scratch pad.
let's see if we see any upsets in this one. We had no DNFs. I didn't notice any damage. Everybody was flying super clean.
Yeah, there was only 1 or 2 instances of light damage in the previous heat that I saw out of the entire thing. Big change of place here. It looks like Green has fallen back.
Oh yeah, Green. Well, he's still up there.
I was Defensive Duck. I saw the green drone. See, this is what I get. You'd figure that green guy would have a green drone. No, he's red today, and he is
That's
killing
always the way it is, right?
Up there at the front of the pack, we've got Annihilation Robo trading for second and third here Twice, putting up a good fight, trying to secure that second place position as we go into the building, down through the dive. It looks like that gap is holding steady here. Green Machine, Annihilation Robo, Twice FPV, your 1, 2, 3 coming up through the technical element.
Yeah, nobody with damage. The 3 that were predicted so far holding strong in. Green out front, but not as far as we saw Bob in the last one. But here's the final turn. Looks like Green's going to take it. Annihilation Robo, and Twice in third.
Excellent prediction there, K9. Looks like you called it. I think we were thinking the same thing here. Looks like a great 1, 2, 3. There we go. Our stats populated. Green OG with a 58-288. So that's right in line with the times we were seeing from not only got us Randi, but the Bob last heat. Annihilation Robo with a 58-450, also right there, and Twice with a 58-566. I mean, that's really tight. These could go any way. I mean, one wobble and you're 0.2 off of where you were before.
Yeah, well, we did get 2 DNFs in that heat, so there you go. Starting off with switching it up a little bit. Damage can be taken on this heat or on this track, and I think Bob did get a 58 in heat 2. in the last group, but he had 257s, and one of those was like a 57.1, so a full
Yeah.
second faster than Green.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely shaved it down there.
All right, we are loading in.
Let's see who is going to be the king of the Armory here. Green Machine probably only going to get faster. I mean, we know what Green's about. We know these OGs. We know these OGs are out here on these streets, right?
Yep. And we got some shout outs in the chat. Miso saying, let's go Tyrdronious. And Kat, let's go Randi.
Hell yeah.
And here we go. Yo, I got to grab some water because I forgot to do that before. So you call this race.
Yeah, go right to it. Leave us on a good view. And
yeah, maybe I'll wait till that happens. And then I'm just going to run real quick.
Yeah, leave me on a good view. We'll be okay.
And I'm going to give
All right. And the race is off. Looks like we've got Annihilation Robo out in front, trading places with Green OG and Twice FPV, falling back to third place as we go into the dive. We can see Annihilation up front and Green OG sneaking just past a close 1-2 as we got a nice view from Twice's perspective, who is about one trail back here. You can see our race leader still dancing for first place, coming down through the building, the square gate, and around our interior pole as we make our way onto lap 2. Back up to the building, looks like Green OG, I apologize, is still going to be out in front by about half a drone. The great decider of the building. And it looks like Twice FPV going to take some damage on the dive, puts him about a trail back. Annihilation Robo in second place, approximately 1 second off of your leader, Green OG. And we're back down through the building, coming into our finish gate. And it's going to be Green OG, Annihilation Robo, your 1-2 with Twice FPV coming in a close third with the damage. Defensive Duck in fourth, Turtle Chief in fifth, and Tyrdronious in sixth. Also a little bit of damage here for Turtle Chief and Tyrdronious. But a great run for Green OG with a 57.839, speeding it up just a little bit here, getting those 57s. Annihilation Robo not too far behind with that 58.183. And Twice with a nice clean 59.298, albeit with damage. A great run for him. Way to stick to it. Miso says, seriously, I took a break for a bit, but I've seen his times lately. Yeah, he has. I was talking to Tyrdronious a little bit earlier. I learned a little bit about him. So apparently Ty has been in the cinematic game for many, many years and has made a change to work on FPV and do a little racing for the past year and a half or so. So shout outs to Ty for putting in the hard work to get those times. We all know, all us racers, we know how hard it is. His Insta is amazing. Well, there you go. Shout out to Tyrdronious' Instagram account. If anybody wants to check out some sweet, sweet cinematic footage, someone to look at.
How'd that go?
It went great. It was kind of as predicted. We had Twice with a little bit of damage, still eked out of third place, and it was nice. As predicted. We had a green and names.
You got those names? Twice, Annihilation Robo.
It was Green and Annihilation Robo. I keep wanting to call him Robo Genesis because I'm old, but that's okay.
Maybe people don't know who Robo Genesis is.
That's probably it. Robo Genesis is another pilot racing DRL. I think he made tryouts like early on, around the time you did tryouts somewhere in there.
I raced the same competition with why am I forgetting the name? What am I getting older?
Robo Genesis. There you go. Yeah. So I figured you knew him from tryouts like 2016 or 2018.
Robo Genesis was the god of this game when I started playing DRL. They were just untouchable. I would watch replays from them and just think, there's no way that a real person is actually flying this. And they absolutely dominated that tournament, the tryouts competition, which was in New York City at an actual esports studio, and there's awesome. Incredible competition. You can actually watch it back and make fun of me because I was on that stream. I got knocked out in the semifinals, but it was a lot of fun.
Let's take a look. We've got a little bit of change of pace here. Annihilation Robo up in front. Twice FPV now in second place with Turtle Chief in third. Tyrdronious in fourth place. Defensive Duck in fifth. And Green OG took a hit to that front right prop and has found his way all the way in last place.
I don't
Oh,
think it's going to matter. I mean, you know, Green went down early on there, has some damage, still flying, but way back in the pack, and allowed Annihilation Robo to move on up into first place. And here they are on the final turn. But yeah, I saw Turtle Chief bump up there into second place.
yeah, Turtle Chief had a great run pretty much the entire race. He was, they were consistently in their position almost throughout. A very smooth run for Turtle Chief with a 59.405. Annihilation Robo, that 58.034, consistently right at the 58 second mark. So Twice FPV going down with the 102.3. We had some damage from everybody else, it seems, and Tyrdronious with an unfortunate DNF there. But it looks like we now have Annihilation Robo advancing into the next round. So congratulations to them.
Absolutely. As predicted, now we're looking Twice being put in this tricky situation, but Twice has been incredibly consistent. Third place there, but you know, if the same thing happens like happened in the last heat, that could be a huge upset. So one spot open here, moving into sudden death with 4 pilots.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to have a race here. If Turtle Chief and Twice run about the same as they have been for the rest of this, go either way. I mean, I could see Turtle Chief and Twice trading places for this entire race, but I could also see Tyrdronious just slapping down a heater and taking it himself.
Yeah, well, looking at Twice's times. Twice's first heat was like a 58 second time, and we just saw Turtle Chief with like a higher 59. So I think, you know, Twice's best move here is to just fly calm, fly your own race here. Don't push too hard, and just make sure you lock in that position to advance to semifinals.
Yeah, that's definitely the strategy here. If he flies just a consistent, clean race without pushing too hard, he's going to finish in first place. Probably.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's drone racing for you, right?
All right, well, we're loading in here. Sudden death.
It's like drones are starting to fill out on the podiums.
I got a perfectly green drone here on the podium this time.
Yeah, we're fancy today. All right. Drop those predictions in chat if you got them. Looks like Twice is off to a good start. Nice and smooth up the building through the slalom. Trading places here, falling back just a hair as we go into the building.
Yeah, it's all about flying smooth here. We don't want to see any mistakes. That's going to be the biggest upset. And we got Turtle Chief here currently in first place, but Twice is just hanging back, flying clean, and looks like he's looking to make a pass.
Yeah, you can definitely see some wobbles there from Turtle Chief as we approach the inside of the building. And that's going to be just enough for Twice to sneak right by. Beautiful climb up the building, very smooth through the slalom. You can see Twice just really not struggling here. He's just moving the drone just a little bit, getting to go where he wants to go, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's just those two defensive duck, Tyrdronious, both have taken damage, so they're currently back of the pack, but they should keep going because anything can happen. But Twice right now, here we are coming up to the final turn. Turtle Chief making it, and it looks like Twice hangs on to it, and he's going to take the win. As predicted, the top 3, but slightly different order. We expected Twice to get in there a little bit earlier, but he ended up making a mistake the same heat that Green did.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. 58.930 for Twice FPV. Going to come in the gate just behind our spicy turtle friend, Turtle Chief, with a 59.405. So a great run from both of these pilots. But congratulations to Twice FPV for advancing into the next group. So we've got Green OG, Annihilation Robo, and Twice FPV moving forward. Chief and Defensive Duck and Tyrdronious, thank you so much for racing. Great showing out here, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.
I wonder how Twice is feeling right now. Like that must have been stressful, because we know he's a top level pilot. He's been putting in the work. The expectation is that he's got a great shot at making it into the finals, even though the field is incredibly competitive, especially as we start moving into semifinals. Things are going to get tougher and tougher. But that was an opportunity. He could have got knocked out, but hung on to it. Brought all that experience that he has flying in tournaments, and just being an absolute chill guy. He probably just was able to lock in there for the final heat.
100%. The skills pay off. You know, we know that Twice has put the stick time in time and time again, both the simulator and in the real world. He's cool as a cucumber. This man's out here. He knows what he has to do, and he knows how to do it. So congratulations, Twice. Way to stick it. Nice, consistent flight. You brought it home, brother.
I imagine he was like just totally like laid back in his chair.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
like he always is. Like, wow, he was playing that. Just, yeah, like you said, just chilling.
Yep.
No sweat.
It's
I've been here a million times before.
stogie, bourbon, you know, just living large.
Oh, we're about to get into a spicy one, ladies and gentlemen, because a group 3, for whatever reason, has some big names in it. And we're about to load in. We got 2 DRL pilots, returning DRL pilots. We got Killian, who, in my opinion, is the pilot of the year. This guy has been on so many podiums this year. I've lost count. He's been all over the world. I just saw he was in Abu Dhabi at the F1 race there. I think there was some DCL things going on alongside it. But I've seen him. He even came to the Canadian Drone Nationals that I was part of. And yeah, he's been everywhere. So absolute on my list, #1 pilot of the year. Then we also have HaloWalker in this group. And let me pull up the game so you can see these names. HaloWalker this will be his, I guess it's not a full season, this DRL race that's coming up, but this is, I guess, technically his 3rd season in DRL. He did incredibly well last year, competing against the likes of Min Chan Kim, and we know he's got the skills on the simulator. And then, of course, we got the one and only WestFPV. If you're not following, I'm sure all you guys are following him on Twitch, but that guy puts in the work and he's got incredible skills. I expect all 3 of these guys to make it to the finals. And if they don't, it's going to be an absolute upset.
Yes, pretty much. That's my takeaway as well. It's going to be a big upset if all 3 of these guys don't make it. I think we've seen what they can do time and time again on every stage there is. You know, we know what they're all about. West recently got back from a trip to Abu Dhabi himself, like flying for DCL. I know he's been traveling. I mean, the talent pool is really, really deep in this group, and we're about to see what happens as it pops off. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, your group 3.
And I got a shout out too. I focused, all my emphasis was on those 3 pilots, but we also got some incredible skills. We got Corrupted, we got Miller, we got Trozii, who's a new name, but a name that I've heard so much about. This guy's got a ton of skills, but unfortunately, 3 names I just called out, they must have heard me because they all went down with damage.
Yeah, let's take a look at HaloWalker here in 2nd place, trying to make a little time up on WestFPV, our current race leader, as we go around the pole, starting our lap 2 climb up to the building. And into the slalom, HaloWalker just stalking West, looking for any little bit of error that he can capitalize on. But so far, it doesn't really exist. Both of these pilots trying everything they know to shave another 10th. Halo taking the slalom gate just a little bit wide, set him up to close the gap on West ever so slightly. And it looked like he might have just pulled ahead as West had a little bit of a dip coming out of the building section.
Look at these skills on Halo. I can't even see. That was neck and neck. And as you said it, like, absolutely, Halo was just reeling him in, and he takes the win there. Look at that, by a 1/10 of a second. Unbelievable.
57.496 to West 57.590, and we all saw the moment where that happened. Coming around that last slalom, around the building, Halo just went a little bit wide, pulled it in tight, and then hit the next 2 gates perfectly. That was all it took for him to move a couple of 10ths of a second ahead of West FPV.
Sometimes it can really help to be, you know, there's not much room, especially with these guys, to find an edge. But being as close as Halo was to him, just sitting behind there, trying to figure out how to just slightly one-up West in some of those turns. And I think you called it out exactly. I watched him just take a slightly wider line and just cut in around that high flag coming in near the end of the lap. And I think that's what really did it. And of course, these guys, I mean, Halo's racing from Germany, West is in Indiana, so their pings are off. So these guys have no clue until they get to the finish gate. They probably didn't even see each other that entire race, is my guess.
Pretty much, yeah. They both assumed they were in first, is the way that would go, typically. An excellent race there, though. Halo staying cool. He definitely was stalking West, looking for that opportunity, and it was just a brief moment where West gave it to him, and that's all it took. These are the margins that these races are going to be pretty much going forward, I expect.
Yeah, and before I even knew the name West, Halo was in this community and was known as like, and ended up winning the DRL sim tryouts through the sim. He's an incredible sim pilot. He's shown that since joining the league, but the biggest surprise was just how incredible he is as an IRL pilot. And he surprised a lot of pilots coming from the sim and just being at the top level.
Another great start here. We can see.
Oh, Killian went down.
Yep, Killian's gone down, moves his way back up into 4th place, still in contention. Now he's out, looks like. Good race. HaloWalker up in front. WestFPV in 2nd place, followed by Corrupted just behind. Corrupted giving us a great view of the 1-2 battle here as we move into the building section.
Yeah, and we can say anything we want about West right now because I know that he does not race with any audio. He just turns everything off, tunes out. Doesn't matter if you're in a voice chat with him or not. He shuts off the world. And there he is. Halo making a mistake. West now pulling up in front. That's going to just take so much relief off him because...
And this is the same position. Oh no, West crashing, going up into the technical
cursed.
section. Unbelievable. What was crazy, that was the same moment that West gave up the ground to Halo in the last race, and Halo did the same thing to him. Now West barely making it into 3rd place with that prop damage on that rear right prop. I'm gonna give that one to Corrupted.
Hey,
no, Halo! It switched in the last second. Thank you, netcode, I guess, for HaloWalker. 59,660 versus Corrupted's 59,711. So there you go, chat. You've seen it firsthand that you really don't know until the pilots hit the gate. Like, you just don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know, and I feel like I gotta take some blame for that or whatever. Maybe if West wasn't listening, some way through the ether or whatever, it got to him. Or maybe it would have been beneficial if he was listening. He would have known that Halo went down and then he had in the lead. I don't know why he cut that corner so tightly coming up through that Immelman. And unfortunately got knocked back down to 3rd place. But there's Corrupted in 2nd and Killian with the DNF. So
yeah, anybody's ball game here. Corrupted really showing out with a great time. West with a great recovery, way to stay in the race even after something like that, and still end up in the middle of the pack. An unfortunate turn for Killian, who was looking pretty good until he had that hit early on, but that's drone racing for you.
That is drone racing, especially when you're getting into sudden death. We got 3 heats. Halo now won 2 of them. We're going into a 3rd regular heat. So this is your last chance to kind of lock it in. Otherwise, you're going to sudden death.
Yeah, we're going to see everybody pushing really hard. The pilots who haven't secured their wins going to have to give it their all here and hope for the best. Because it's looking like West and HaloWalker are going to be having that tight battle for 1-2. Curious to see how Killian sneaks into this mix here.
I mean, the tough thing here is pushing, and some pilots might have that strategy on these early heats to just give it your all, right? Because only 1st place is going to win. And so there's no point of holding back. You got to give it your all, cut every turn as close as you can. But the sudden death strategy may be different.
Yeah. You can see Corrupted losing a lot of time in the building section because he's too low on the pole. When he rotates around the pole to go into the dive, he's a bit low there. Seems to be giving up some free real estate, but he's clawing his way back up into 3rd place, giving us a great view of Halo and West doing what they do, trading places.
Yeah, I'm going to switch over here to West's view as he's hunting down HaloWalker. I mean, the best thing for West is he takes the win, and the worst thing would be someone other than HaloWalker takes this. So even Halo taking this win is not the worst case scenario. So West may as well push it. He's got nothing to lose. Coming up to the final turn, these guys are neck and neck. West trying to cut it as close as possible, but of course, there's ping delay between these guys, and HaloWalker takes it by 0.04 of a second.
Unbelievable times, guys. 57.340 to a 57.386. That is about as close as it can get. I mean,
yeah, and it was that one of the fastest heats. We saw the Bob with the 57.1, which I think was the best time we had seen yet.
So far.
And it's still so far. Yeah, you're right. Halo pretty close to that, 57.3. And look at this. Look at this. And Killian falling back to 4th in that. So he's got a 3rd, a 6th, and a 4th. I know Killian's also been in Abu Dhabi. I believe he's playing from his hotel room and was kind of a last minute question of whether or not he was able to race. But it's awesome to see him here, and he's got the skills. But, you know, when it comes to the sim and the level of competition that we have here today on these tracks, it's a tough one.
It certainly is. You know, he definitely has the skills, but the question is, has he had the sleep? I mean, this man he left Abu Dhabi, went to a hotel room, is probably playing on hotel Wi-Fi, which would explain the weird delay in the launches. You can see that he's looks a little behind the camera when he launches. So it's like, this man is probably in the least favorable circumstances of anyone here, and is showing up and really putting it out there. So props to him.
Yeah,
he's in the hotel on his phone hotspot.
In Dubai. Okay.
Yeah. Kiki, I like that. That's cute. Y'all are so cute.
All right. Well, this is it. 2 spots open because HaloWalker swept, and the 1st and 2nd are going to advance to semifinals.
Yeah, I bet the 1660 is doing its best for you, Halo. Maybe it's time to upgrade soon. And here we go on the podiums. Let's see if Killian can secure his win.
And West. But we've seen some incredible times. Corrupted has been up there with a 2nd and a 3rd.
Yeah, Corrupted really consistent at that high 57, like right at the 58-second mark. I think definitely the potential for a faster time. From what I've seen, it's going to come down to that building section for Corrupted.
Yeah.
West with a commanding lead here. Corrupted falling into the trail on the climb, losing a little bit of time here, just zigzagging back and forth, trading places into the building. West higher, Corrupted lower, and West pulls away every time. You really need a little bit of elevation there to carry your momentum down through the dive, and if you don't have it, you're stalling. You're just stalling there briefly in space while you wait for the drone to rotate. So
yeah, West is clean right now. The battle right now is between Corrupted and Killian. West has got this one in the bag coming into the final turn. Killian and Corrupted. We have the delay of the ping. Who's going to take it? It's West, and Killian takes it by 3/10.
What an incredible race. WestFPV at 57.824. Killian with a 58.050. Barely sneaking in ahead of Corrupted, who had a 58.335. So great showing here from all of our pilots. Wonderful job.
Incredible. And I mean, such a huge shout out to Corrupted there. I mean, I was watching Killian's line there at the end, and I mean, the guy's got so much experience, and he knew that he had to push it. He was in that position just behind Corrupted, and I was just watching how some of his experience was just in order to get just a little bit extra there in those final few turns to cut ahead. But to be racing against a guy like Killian and be placed 3/10 behind him is an incredible feat. So huge shout outs to Corrupted. That was an incredible showing from Corrupted, Miller, and Trozii. And the 3 that were predicted made it through. We didn't get any upsets.
Yeah, we're batting 1,000 today here, Vegan. Same with K9. K9 out there in chat, batting 1,000 on these predictions.
Yeah, I mean, we can pat ourselves on the back for the quarterfinals, but once we start getting into the semifinals, I think it's out the door.
Yeah, we get to the semifinals. We should bring that wheel back up and let the wheel decide.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Maybe we'll do that. Let's start doing our predictions with the wheel.
Yeah, round robin wheel predictions. Let's go.
All right. So as we prep for our final group of the quarterfinals on this incredible track, the Armory Apex, that's what it's called, right? Yeah. Designed by Driftings from Australia. Incredibly designed track. Love the environment. One of my
great guy,
so it was cool that he got picked.
Just a great dude as well.
And a great dude. Awesome track designer, awesome pilot. And we are moving into it's the organizers heat here with Gysi and Mr. Persister. Also H59. I think that's H59. Other than
H5R, Hotel 5
Why am I
Romeo.
saying 9? Yeah, I don't know. I'm tired. I didn't sleep much last night.
It's just
that is not a 9, not even close to a 9. ItsLee, and then 2018 Toyota Tacoma. I love that name. I don't know.
Yeah,
and then we got Giddy Gimbals.
Giddy Gimbals. Good to see one of the homies out here. ItsLee TV, aka the Pretzel King of the South, 2018 Toyota Tacoma. Still want to know who that is. Is it an alias? Like somebody out there knows, and I need you to DM me in Discord. I gotta know. Curious minds.
The Toyota?
Yeah,
It's probably that's the truck he drives.
maybe.
Still kicking.
2018 Toyota Tacoma's name always makes me smile. Me too, Miso. It's every time I see, I'm like, dang, I can't get beat by a pickup truck. I go faster. It's motivation, right?
Yeah. So I guess we can try to make predictions on this one. Absolutely Gizzy is in the bag. The expectation from my point is Gizzy is going to absolutely sweep this and force everyone to sudden death. He is he's a robot, and no one knows the same better than Gizzy.
I love gysi. I know what he can do, but I think we're gonna see at least one or two with a little bit of damage. I think he's gonna be pushing really hard. I think he's probably also warmed up, and let's be honest, his like casual lap time is probably still half a second faster, but we'll see what happens.
I don't know if you've seen him in a situation like this where he has this much pressure. He races in a lot of tournaments. He's won a lot of podiums on casual tournaments, but here he is right now with us commentating, putting all the pressure on him. And you're right, upsets could happen.
It's definitely
we're losing a pilot here. Who are we missing?
We definitely lost a pilot. Thank you very much, Blinken, for your prompt quarterfinals termination.
Yeah, good call. All right, so that's Blinken on the back end there, operating this tournament for us today. And we got to do a quick jump back in. It doesn't look like there's much time. Who are we missing? Which name?
It looks like we didn't have.
No, we have everyone now. It's just Gizzy that needs to get back in.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try it again. It's good. We got to have fair races, and if you get disconnected like mid heat, it's probably not gonna reset. But Blinken could do a reset like that, but before they launch off the blocks, no sweat. Let's keep it fair.
So Kanan says Mr. P and Lee for sure in there too. Now that one I'm not 100% certain of, to be fair. I can 100% see gysi, Mr. Persister making it through, but I've seen H5R 2018 Toyota Tacoma, ItsLee and Giddy Gimbals all separately, and I'm not so sure who of them will actually make it out of the group. I think that's the part that leaves me a little bit stumped. I'm not 100% convinced on who of those 4 pilots is going to be leaving today.
And who's H5R? I don't know this name. It looks like they're from Denmark.
Yeah, from Denmark apparently. Not too sure myself. Not sure if it's an alias or if they're a newcomer to the DRL Simulator, DRL Community Tournaments. So be curious to see how they perform under pressure, really, more than anything. Looks like we're about to find out here. The drones are making their way to the podiums. Got our invisible tech ops back there, plugging in batteries, putting things down. Sorry about that, chat. Bumped your microphone. Yeah, third spot, definitely a challenge to predict here. Looks like the race is starting.
And we're off all 6 off the blocks this time. And it looks like we got Mr. P and Gizzy out in the lead, and H5R in third. Nope. Now Toyota Taco. I like it.
Yeah, Taco. Classic. I want to watch Toy Story now. 2018 Toyota Taco trading for third place here.
Mr. P with damage.
Yeah, Mr. P with damage on that rear left propeller. 2018 Toyota Tacoma probably gonna be able to pull ahead here after the slalom. Let's see.
Looks like Mr. P's able to hang on there, but I mean, realistically, what we're looking for in this heat is Gizzy gonna make a mistake? He's now a full gate ahead.
No, he's not. I mean, he's giving us a master class right now on this track. His entry into the building was perfect through the tiniest little crack. I mean, he's got this one in the bag.
Yeah, and this time is about, yeah, absolutely.
His time is about to reflect it. I mean, that was an incredibly clean, smooth run from gysi. Wonderful job. Great job by Toyota Tacoma with a 59.406. Mr. P with damage coming in just behind that 59.533, and H5R right there as well with a 59.598. So very tight pack when we get back there. It looks like Giddy had a little bit of damage and a reset, bringing it into the finish gate with a 107.4. But gysi, that easy 57.463 right off the block. That was close to what we saw from Mr. Bob in his fast time with the 57.1. So he is knocking on the door of the fastest time of the day on this track on his first heat.
And I just had to take a look at the leaderboard here. So this is the leaderboard from this track. And the number one time on it is WestFPV with a 56.3. So, and gysi just behind him, also with a 56.35. So still almost a full second faster than what we saw from the Bob.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of the DRL smut we're going to see from gysi today, where he, how many risks are you willing to take when you're already comfortably in the lead? That's the real question. And I don't think he's got to take many. I mean, if he runs the same race that he just did, he's going to be in a prime position to leave this group and be on his way. Well, I guess he already is. He won, so.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the strat if you are not gysi right now? I mean, gysi's gonna he's in position to sweep. He's got the speed and consistency. There's a chance he screws up. So if you're not him, you probably could just you want to push it as hard as you can, or do you kind of prepare and practice for that sudden death now and try to just make sure you got consistent lines?
It's a great question. For me, I like the idea of I like to push in this situation because I know what gysi's going to do. Pretty much every lap, it's going to be the same thing on repeat, and it might get a little faster. So that leaves one opportunity for me, and that's I need to figure out why I'm not there right now with these remaining heats that I have, so that I can at least be ahead of the rest of the pack when it comes time for my time to shine.
Absolutely. And I'm going to switch over to Mr. P's view because he's in position to take first if there's any mistakes by gysi. So
yeah, he's just chomping on the trail of gysi right now, approximately one trail behind. And, he's like a homing missile, just chasing him down after every opportunity. Gysi with the corkscrew around, picking up time, actually, doing a full corkscrew before the pillar. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but that was the difference.
I wasn't watching that view, but I may have to watch him on the next heat just to see how he's taking it differently.
Yeah,
around the kind of silo thing, or
around the silo. He gained a bunch of time doing just corking it. Mr. P was on a nice smooth right turn, and gysi was uncorking the entire time. So it looked like he picked up about half a second there alone. Just going to show you, chat, that the corkscrew is fast. Don't sleep on it. If you can pull it sideways and straight, do it.
Do it. Yeah, well, he's getting a little closer to that to Bob's time, 57.2, but still, there's an extra second somewhere in here that these guys don't need, especially in quarterfinals, I guess, that they're not pushing for.
100%. Mr. P with a great run there, 57.944. You could tell he was really dialed in. 2018 Toyota Tacoma, the 58.634, a 59.314 from H5R. ItsLee with the 101, and Giddy with that 109. Couple resets in there. I'm looking to see a nice clean run out of Giddy Gimbals. I'd love to see a good, solid, smooth one. I know Giddy's got it in him. Same with Lee. Lee is over here with the 101s. They're both kind of asleep right now, so we'll see if they can pull it together for these last heats and give us a nice, clean race, because I know they've got the time in their fingers.
So any updated predictions on who third place? I mean, I think, Mr. P's looking good as long as he's consistent. And I mean, he's got a chance here to take it in heat 3, but sudden death, as long as he's consistent, he's got it in the bag.
That's my prediction as well. Based on what we've seen from Mr. P in these first two, he's definitely got the consistency. He has the pace, and all he has to do is send it home. Should be looking good for coming out of this group alive.
All right, well, I'm going to, especially in that first heat, I want to take a look at gysi's line. Unless things are getting spicy, we're going to ride along with him.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Let's take a look. Let's see what gysi's doing as he approaches the silo wrap. Just before the silo, you'll see something a little bit special if he does it again, assuming. We're off to a good start here. Mr. Persister out in front. gysi OG following up just behind. Going to make the pass into the building, and up and around we go through our technical element. gysi OG.
Was that the same line that you saw the last time?
It must have been. It must have just looked strange from the third-person perspective.
Yeah, I mean,
Very,
it was
very
nice and
smooth. Yeah, very smooth roll around the silo. Perfectly planned. You see, there's not a lot of wasted momentum here, and that's the difference. We also see gysi with a higher line going into the building. This is a common theme that I feel like I've beaten feeding a fed horse here. But you can see gysi makes up a lot of time by just being higher going into the building.
Look how sideways he flies.
Yeah,
that's one thing I noticed with gysi against a lot of other pilots is he's just sideways most of the track.
Well, there's no reason not to be, right? If you know you're on a left turn and you have another left turn, you stay on the left bank because any other inputs are wasted. If you don't need to roll the other way, why roll the other way? Why flatten the drone out? You're not flying a camera, you're racing a drone. A lot of people get lost in perspective where they feel like they have to correct for the view angle. They have to correct for the perspective, but you don't. Any correction you make is only slowing the drone down.
All right, well, let's take a look at the results. Well, one, that's the fastest time that we've seen tonight on this track, 57.0.
Absolutely. Great run, gysi.
And then let's take a look here. The Toyota Taco right now is looking solid for taking third, but not too far behind the H5R. Last heat was about 3/10, so it looks like behind them in fourth place. But the Taco's got a second and 2/3.
Yeah, we can see H5R picking up the pace about half a second over these three heats. If they can maintain that, maybe H5R could move into those 58s, make a big push here at the end. Now that Giddy Gimbals is also in the 101s, that's a couple of seconds. That's a few wobbles away from being where they want to be. I've seen a few mistakes going into the dive from Giddy. If Giddy can smooth that out, certainly in contention as well. And obviously, Lee, we all know Lee can put down a hot lap. If Lee can find the consistency on this track, I certainly think he has an opportunity to succeed as well. I don't want to rule anybody out, but Mr. P is certainly got the consistency to bring this home. Toyota is kind of fast, K9. Definitely.
Yeah. But things could change here. Sudden death is the last chance right now, so they're going to be pushing, at least some of them. See what the strats are. Over here are sudden death, top two advance to the semifinals.
And we're terminated.
I think we lost a pilot there, maybe. Someone didn't make it in.
Cats 303 says everyone is flying so good. Makes me want to grind the sim. Honestly, right? Do it. Just do it. Anytime I see racing, makes me want to fly. It's hard not to. It's like an itch you have to scratch.
Yeah. And if you haven't been flying these tracks and you're going to jump in the sim, they're easy to find. All the tracks from this community season can be found in the featured track section. So if you just go fly, solo, or whatever, multiplayer, and then you go to the featured track section, they're all labeled Fall 24, and all tracks can be found there really easily.
Yeah, give them all a run. Tons of great tracks to go through. I had a ball flying all the tracks that I flew. Highly recommend that if you haven't, you take an opportunity. Even if you don't grind them, go fly them all. Just fly them all. Some of them are really, really beautiful, well thought out, well done tracks. And there's a lot of fun to be had there.
And it's cool to have such variety too. Different track designers, the way it was planned out, going from kind of beginner, like the super easy track, starting it off, and just getting progressively harder as you go through the series. So a great way to learn as well, right? If you're getting into drone racing, or a new pilot, you start off those and kind of work your way up. I think the DRL sim tracks are not laid out in a great way for that otherwise. So here we go.
And we are off. Mr. P, ItsLee.
H5R was on their face off the blocks.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
No.
H5R with a bad launch here. Going to set them back quite a ways. 2018 Toyota Tacoma out in front. Mr. Persister just behind, trading places with the 1-2 here. Looks like Mr. P going to be running a little wider, a little smoother coming in through the technical section. We'll see how this translates as we come through the building exit.
Yeah, and these guys are listening. It's time to chill because we got Giddy Gimbals and ItsLee and H5R all with damage. Toyota Taco and Mr. P both first and second, and that's all they need to get to the finals.
Absolutely. There's no reason for either of these pilots to allow themselves to make a mistake at this point. Just simply running the middle of the gates and finishing your lap secures your opportunity to proceed. So no funny business here, Mr. P or 2018 Toyota Tacoma. Now, that being said, both these pilots probably do want to win. 2018 Toyota Tacoma with the higher approach, slightly wider around the pole. Mr. P going to bring it home. First place for Mr. Persister with a 58.608. 2018 Toyota Tacoma with the 58.726. Not sure if Toyota's paying him for this advertisement or product placement, but if so, I would like to get in on that.
They're just marketing a truck from 2018.
Come on down to Seltro and Vegan's used car dealership.
Love it.
Great job, Mr. Persister, and a great race from everyone else there. H5R, an unfortunate turn of events. Sorry you didn't make it off those blocks there, brother. Giddy making it through no resets, 105, 183. And that's going to be it for sudden death out of Group 4.
Yeah, GG's to those not advancing. We're about to get into it. Brand new track, or no, not a brand new track, but a new track, different track than when we flew before. It's Container Salad, I believe.
Yeah,
we're going to get into salad on this next one. And let's just get ourselves updated and we'll see who is going to be in which group.
Yeah, let's take a look here.
Looks like I can you can announce that for us if you got it.
Yeah, absolutely. So our semifinal Group 1, that's going to be Goddess Randi, Tripp FPV, Annihilation Robo, WestFPV, gysi OG, and our very own Mr. Persister. Group 2, it's going to be the Bob, Green OG, Twice FPV, HaloWalker, Killian, and 2018 Toyota Tacoma.
Now, I like it. So it did seed it differently. I wasn't so sure. I was a little worried that we were going to see, especially that Group 3 from quarterfinals. It had West, Killian, and Halo all in the same group. Now, they've all made it through, but I was thinking, like, are they going to have to race each other again?
I was worried about that,
I don't know if
too.
the situation is better because, like, looking at, West escaped the 2 DRL pilots for the semifinals at least now. And I'd say looking at that list, he's up against gysi. I think it might put him in a better situation. Of course, we didn't see maybe the results that I would have maybe expected from Killian on this. He's flying from a hotel room and probably hasn't put a whole lot of practice into the DRL sim lately. So maybe not as competitive as I expected.
He probably also hasn't slept much in the past 24 hours.
Yeah, who knows?
It's just a heck of a group. It makes me wonder, though, would West's odds change if he were in the other group? And I'm not so sure. I think it feels the same for me. Like, I certainly think that HaloWalker is a little bit fast P right now, and probably not as quick as gysi right now. West, however, we know is as fast as Halo right now. We know he can beat Killian right now, and we know he can probably beat everyone else, maybe except for gysi right now. So the battle between West FPV and HaloWalker is probably going to be the one to watch right now. We know what gysi is going to do pretty consistently. Goddess Randi and Tripp, we know what they're going to do. We know they're going to be racing neck and neck. And Mr. Persister is probably going to be somewhere in between those two packs. If we see Goddess Randi and Tripp FPV really step up here, they absolutely, either one of them can compete and win these races. So there's definitely a shot for either Goddess Randi or Mr. P to move on. But man, what a stacked group. Now we look at the Bob, Green OG, Twice, Halo, and Killian. We kind of expect to see Halo and Killian dancing for first and second, but we know the Bob is there, and we know the Bob is honestly right up there with gysi, near the top of the leaderboards pretty consistently. I mean, I think you might be right about earlier. Like, do we get the wheel out? I need like a D20 or something to start rolling dice at this point, because I mean,
I think we're in a situation now, like just looking at the skill sets that we've had and the competitions we just saw in the quarterfinals. I think we're in a situation where, third place becomes way less predictable. I can look at this and say, I know who my 1 and 2 are, and they're really just the first place finisher from the previous groups. They're automatically in, but maybe even second, and that's where it comes down to. It's like who placed second in quarterfinals, and now like looking at Group 1, gysi and West. I expect both those guys in there. But third place, Mr. P, Annihilation, Tripp, and Goddess. I mean,
who knows?
Who knows? And then let's look at group number 2. The Bob, I think he's in for sure. Halo in for sure. I think Green's in for sure too. So this one might even be spicier, like as to who could beat those 3 guys.
I think you're right. I'm kind of with you on group 1 being anything goes with that last place, right? And group 2, I mean, hey, if we see out of Killian what we all expect to see out of Killian, right? It could be a gamble. I mean, we might get a track that Killian had just practiced. We could get a track that any of these pilots. That's another thing. Who knows? Like maybe the track that we're on now is the track that you grinded and liked. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
I cannot wait to see what comes of it. I'm actually really excited. My heart's beating.
Let's take a look of this track. I'll pull it up. This is Container Salad, right?
Drano says group 2 has 4 pilots you'd think you'd see in finals. I have to agree with that.
And I'll just point out, like, I'm sure everybody knows this website, but if you don't right now, I'm looking at DRL-leaderboards.com, which is an incredible resource made by gysi, who's racing tonight in the semifinal group 1. And it's an incredible resource for tracking all your progress in the DRL sim. It tracks all the weekly tournaments. It tracks, you can look up different tracks. There's even this incredible thing, this replay viewer, which we'll look at in a second after this track. It's just mind-blowing, where you actually see different lines. You can pick multiple pilots. You can see their exact lines in the track and compare them and see where someone's taking a line slightly differently, and do that all within the web browser. So
if you ever wanted to know why you were slower on a track, you can go see why you're slower on a track. Yeah. It'll draw a line for you. It's really nice.
It also helps track like which tracks you haven't completed or tracks you need to improve on. So you can kind of just look up your own like player leaderboard and see like which tracks have I maybe recently been beat on. So it'll show you like, oh, somebody's just taking your time. You've been knocked down to a lower position. You might want to revisit it. Or maybe if it's your first time going through the tracks and you need to figure out which tracks have I not raced before. It's a much easier way to do it than digging through the whole UI of the game. So
it certainly is. And then once you've completed most of the tracks and you just want to work on the tracks you're worst at, there's a slot machine. You can load up the tracks that you'd like into the slot machine. You can have it select your worst tracks, the tracks that you're furthest from the leader on, roll the wheel, grab a track, and go. Kind of makes the grind a little bit less of a slog.
Let's just do he said, Blinken said that we have until 5:30 Eastern time, so we have about 3 minutes until we're going to load the next group. But
yeah,
we could skip all of that and just go through all the incredible features of this website.
I mean, it is a pretty amazing website.
It is. It's remarkable. He's done an incredible job. It's even showing, look, if I scroll down here, it even shows that us right here streaming right now. Hey. And Twice is streaming. If you guys want to follow along with Twice's competition, Twice FPV's in there.
Yeah,
doing a live stream.
Give him a shout. Give him a follow.
And so anyway, back to the leaderboard. Container Salad, we're about to race next. The Bob, number 1 time with a 106.7. Green OG in second, 106.9. And Halo in third, 106.9, right behind Green. And West, I mean, it's definitely showing some signs here that like, where did here's a strange question. Where the heck is Gysi?
So I know he didn't complete all of the tracks.
So he just happened to not fly this one, or he's down in 30th. I don't trust him. I think he's messing with us.
He probably is. There's no world in which he didn't grind the track to a top 5 position, right? Assume that gysi has a top 5 time on all the tracks in the tournament.
It's interesting. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I've seen gysi on the top here. What's going on?
I mean, you have to think about what goes through some pilots' heads. I mean, there are tracks where if I fly a line that no one else is flying, I'm not going to leave it there for you to look at.
Yeah.
So what do? You go delete it and you go put a normal time down, right? It's certainly possible that gysi might have a really good line. He didn't want people to follow, and he knew he was going to be ahead with it. So he put it down, deleted it, and then made another time.
Yep. Well, it looks like our semifinals group 1 has opened up, so we can jump on in there and get ready for racing on this track and see what gysi's been hiding. He's in group 1, right?
No, he said it himself. He's in 30th, but he's actually first. He crashed at the end to hide his run. So there you go.
Oh. That's what I expected.
Yep.
You know, he could have kept that a secret until we could have seen it.
Nah.
All right. So we're in the lobby getting ready to load up.
Yeah, pilots,
Container
join your
salad.
lobby. 15 seconds left. I've got a container full of salad up in the fridge. Looking forward to that. Now this track is just making me hungry.
For salad, yeah.
Yeah. Some nice balsamic vinaigrette on here. We're missing a pilot.
Phoenix too. I mean, is there delivery in your house?
No. If there is, we'd like a bourbon and ginger ale, but
nice. No, I wouldn't mind. I'll put you on camera there if you're just chowing down on a salad during container salad.
That's fine. It won't hurt my feelings. So we are missing someone, though, I believe, unless my eyes deceive me. There we go. We got our match reset. Thank you, Blinken, for your prompt dedication to keeping everything in order. Let's see if we can get everybody here.
My screen just went black. I was like on the podium, and now I'm not. So I don't know if that means I'm missing the heat. Are you in?
No, we're back to the main menu. Blinken canceled it, and we got 50 seconds to get in.
All right.
And let me know if you don't. I can always throw my simulator. Okay, let's throw my sim into Video Ninja as well.
Oh yeah. Do that. All right, we got all 6.
There we go. Mr. P, Annihilation, Robo, Tripp FPV, gysi OG, WestFPV, and Goddess Randi. This is gonna be spicy.
Yeah, one thing I did notice, like Goddess had Tripp beat in that last one, but on the leaderboard, Goddess has a faster time on this track.
She does. Yeah, I was.
Oh, no, I think I'm mistaken. I think I said it backwards. Tripp does. Tripp does. Yeah. Tripp's 7th on this track with a 107.3. Goddess with a 108.5. So it'll be interesting. We saw Halo's in 3rd. Killian has 11th place time on this track. Again, these are like less than a second apart. All right.
Got drones on the podiums here.
I'm looking at the grass.
Do we need to raise the deck height on the mower a little bit?
Yeah, I think it looks pretty flat, actually. There we go.
All right. So our pilots are loading in. See Tripp on the podium. Click on your screens. If you haven't clicked on your screens, please. There we go.
Here we are. We are off. Group 1, Heat 1 of the semifinals has kicked off. All 6 pilots in the air. And it looks like WestFPV with an early lead. I'm on the chase cam with Tripp at the moment.
Yeah, Tripp FPV right here looking at the pack, making our way up and around the containers towards the crane. Big dive coming back down and around to work our way into the center of the container salad. Back up around. A lot of elevation changes here. Tripp doing a great job of staying on course. Seems like he's locked in. Looking at WestFPV, who is now in 3rd place, trading for 2nd, trying to pull a little bit of time here on gysi, and he does. Pulls up just a little bit going into our dive section, back around the outside of the container wall, sucking back on inside, and through a couple of square gates, elevated in the center of our ring of death.
They are locked. This is incredible right now. I'm not seeing any movement from anybody, but other than gysi, who's managed to pull out in front from WestFPV, and they come along. I'm trying to remember where this track even finishes. It's all one lap. It looks like they're coming towards the finish right now. gysi in the lead, and he's going to take it.
West hit a little bit of ground effect there towards the finish and closed that gap by a couple of tenths. Not enough to bring him into the trail, but enough to make him sweat just a little bit.
I think the fact that this is just one lap makes this track significantly harder than the last one.
There's no doubt in my mind that when you're in a sprint situation, you are going to be a little bit more on edge. I know personally, it makes me a little more nervous because you don't have room to become more comfortable as the laps progress. A 2-lap, 3-lap race, you have that first lap to kind of feel it out. The second lap to know what you need to change, if you need to change it, or where to push, what to do. And then hopefully that's enough. You know, the longer it goes, the more time you have to figure out some of those elements. And the Bourbon Fairy has just brought me a delicious beverage, so thank you kindly for
Beautiful. Yeah, and I mean, there was limited, obviously everyone here has likely flown this track, but it was only revealed shortly, you know, as we started the stream, which track this was going to be. And then they had 10 minutes really to practice this track and the other track. So it'll be interesting to see like who prioritized what, you know, did they even have time to practice this track? Did they just lock in for quarterfinals and now they're just figuring this one out? Because I feel like, yeah, a 2-lap track, you run the first lap and then you can kind of like, it's easier to visualize where you're going to try to get your edge, where you're going to cut a corner a little tighter. Whereas this 1 lap, it's like you have to have the whole track memorized to think, where am I going to make the cut? Or you have to kind of just call it, play it as it goes. Like, watching the gate in front of you and saying like, I'm gonna slice this one a little tighter.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. I mean, well, here we go. Looks like the drones are ready to take off.
Let's see. West held the lead for a good portion of that race till Gysi managed to pass him. So I'm following along with him at the moment, but it looks like Goddess, who was 6th last heat, is now front of the pack here with Gysi.
Yeah, Goddess Randi pulling up the front here with Gysi. A nice tight line out of the containers into the dive. Very smooth here. Goddess Randi showing us how it's done. She is absolutely on a heater here. Gysi with a little bit of a wobble, going to put her closer as we come through the middle section. Is able to make a little bit of that time up, move through and back into our technical element, not our technical element. We do the long wrap around the building, now into our dive. And up inside the containers we go.
Well, Gysi proving his point. We looked at the leaderboard, go like, this looks suspicious. He's in 30th, and then, you know, he revealed the truth of the matter was he was holding his cards close to his chest. Didn't want anybody to know that he was ready to rock, and he may have a #1 time on this track. He just took damage, but we are coming to the final straight, and West, I think, is too far back to catch up. And just like you said, getting that ground effect there at the end, riding super low.
It's dangerous because it's really easy to hit the checkerboard, like the edge. If you're on the grass, you have to be ready to pop up over the lip there. West giving us a nice demonstration of that. Gysi with the 107.510, sleeping on the kid like plaid pajamas here with that 30th place time. WestFPV the 107.941, 4/10 behind. Can he close that gap? Tripp FPV with a 108.165, not too far behind West. And Goddess Randi showing us she can do it. The 108.440, but in 2nd place for the majority of our race. So
yeah.
Mr. P and Annihilation Robo right behind in the 108s, just bringing up the back of the pack.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a heat to push for West. I mean, so looking at it right now, we got 2 seconds from West. He's looking good, but again, Gysi's looking to sweep, so it could force him to sudden death. So I think now's his shot to really push it and see if he can lock it in before he gets to sudden death. But then that 3rd place position, again, we've got Tripp and Mr. P, both with 3rd place finishes.
I'm still voting Wheel. Like, who's going to actually pull this out? We've seen Randi show. I want Randi to win. That's what I want to see happen. 1st place, Goddess Randi. Let's go, girl. Get it.
Loading screen on the grass. There we go.
And pilots, arm your quads. Wait,
Phoenix says, let's go, Randi.
Wrong thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Here we go. Goddess Randi, Tripp FPV West. 1, 2, 3. Come over and under the big old rock formation. Mr. Persister 2nd place, West FPV 1st place.
Yeah, and West in the position he wants to be, and I see Gysi back battling with Mr. P for 3rd place, but he was here in heat #1 and he managed to get past.
Yeah, so, Goddess Randi giving us a great view of the entire pack, going a little bit too high through the center section, losing a little bit of time, but able to reel some of it back in over the rocks.
Yeah, and I'm going to bump up a little bit. Let's get back closer to the pack here with Mr. P in 4th place right now. But he's with them. But Gysi has managed to push his way into 1st place again from West. What can West do? I'm switching over to his view to see if he can reel him in at all.
I'm not too sure. West is doing a great job of maintaining his position, but it looks like Gysi is feeling a little greasy. He's out here sliding around the track like it owes him money. West is doing everything he can to close this gap, and gysi is only extending it.
What is he doing? I have nothing. I got like no analysis to provide to go, how did gysi get that far ahead in the back section of the track?
So it's not so much what he is doing, it's more what he isn't doing that's putting him up front. Gysi he's going through these elements. You see him lock into an angle, and he doesn't do anything. It's like an air fryer. He sets it and forgets it, and by the time he gets to the next opportunity to have an input, he's already reached a higher speed than our other pilots because he's not making as many corrections. Smooth as fast, and that's what we're seeing here today.
Well, there's a real tip there. So you're saying that it's the tiny adjustments, micro adjustments that may happen from a lot of pilots just naturally, that gysi has figured out how to remove from his lines. He locks in and just keeps that drone steady, and that's allowing him to get faster.
A combination of that and really dialing in your rates for the minimum rates that you need to achieve an outcome. If your rates, let's say you're at 500 degrees and I'm at 650 degrees, if I make a slight input error, I've slowed the drone props down more than you, right? If you have everything dialed in for your optimum race line, the amount of roll that you need, only the amount of pitch that you need, and only the yaw that you need, which isn't very much for the big racer fours, I mean, it's a lot of yanking and banking out here on these streets.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I played around with gysi and some other guys. I like to, at one point, spent time revisiting my rates, and honestly, I just landed back the same thing. I-5 533 rates, 0.8, 0.7 across all my axes, and that's how I left it. And I'm sure that if I made some changes there, that might actually improve my speed.
In DRL especially, a little bit less pitch and a lot less yaw will definitely speed you up. Well, let's see here as we go into our next heat. We've got Mr. Persister out in front, Goddess Randi in second place, and WestFPV in third, coming around the building. It's anybody's race going into the crane. This will be the great deciding factor. Who pulls ahead? Looks like it's Goddess Randi out in front now. Annihilation Robo with a close second. Mr. P trying to close that gap.
Yeah, and reminder here, we're in sudden death right now. This is a crazy tight pack. Top two will advance to the finals from this group. So it all comes down to this. And West, who was sitting pretty in second place that whole time. And Annihilation Robo with some damage. Oh no, they go down. But West, back to him. He's managed to keep himself in first place. We're looking for no mistakes here. Mr. P neck and neck with him. And I'm switching over to Goddess Randi's view. It's really coming down to this for her to see if she can make it in.
Yeah, Goddess Randi doing her best to stay with the pack here, trying to pull into the trails of Mr. P and WestFPV, but as we approach the finish gate, it does not look like she has the speed to do it. Not going to happen. A great run from all of our pilots here. Let's see.
Especially Mr. P. I didn't see the final results come through there, but it looked like Mr. P actually took the win in that heat. So phew for West, who is probably sweating it there to not be making it into the finals. Getting forced into that situation of sudden death is so stressful.
It certainly is. What a great run from both Mr. P and West. We have to give it to Goddess Randi too. In contention for the win for the majority of this race, falling back like midway through to come in with a 108.242. Not too far behind our race leaders. So an excellent showing from everyone. Tripp FPV with the DNF, Annihilation Robo with the DNF. Sad to see, but great competition from all of these amazing pilots.
Yeah, and to answer the question, I mean, I had gysi and West. I think both of us locked in. It was that third place position that we were uncertain of, and it's the incredible organizer of this whole event, Mr. Persister, who's put in so much, just countless hours putting together not only this season, but his last season, putting all of this together, and still finds time to grind in order to make it all the way to the finals. Such a huge win for him.
Yeah, Mr. P has really shown that hard work pays off, and we got to give him a big round of applause for all of these amazing tracks. Like you said, the effort that went into putting on this tournament. I don't think from the outside it's easy to see, but it's a lot of work. There's a lot of thought that went into every decision made between gysi, Mr. Persister, all the people involved. So big shout outs to them for their hard work. It is a lot of work to put on a race. Shout out to Blinken for helping support in the back end too. Just a great coming together of the minds here to make an awesome race possible.
Absolutely. And because DRL has been quiet, for the past year, it hasn't garnered all the attention that it deserves. But, there's an incredible community here of pilots. And along with Blinken scheduling tournaments throughout the week, there's 6 tournaments scheduled every single week, and people showing up and grinding. And because of these tournaments, we've had all these fantastic new tracks, and not just recycling old ones. Even though a lot of them were designed by me and they're fantastic, it's been nice to get new ones.
Looks like our next group is up. We're missing one pilot. It's a HaloWalker we need to think. There he is.
All right, this is our semifinal group 2, the Bob, Green OG, Twice FPV, Killian, 2018 Toyota Taco, and HaloWalker.
Yeah, I think that real determining factor here for 2018 Toyota Tacoma is going to be whether or not they had that factory undercoating on the frame. Now, 2018 Toyota Tacoma is known for frame rust. We'll see if he snaps in half or is able to stay whole here for the remainder of this race.
That's a great point. Yeah, really depending on the condition of the chassis, of like whether or not he pulls through here. But he's a new name for me. I don't know the pilot, but he's impressed tonight.
Yeah, very definitely showing up and showing out. Let's hope that the shocks and springs are ready for all the humps and bumps here on our shipyard salad.
Have you got that salad, by the way? No,
but I do have a delicious frosty beverage, so I'm good.
Beautiful. We'll save that for the grocery simulator afterwards, maybe.
That's right. Yeah, supermarket simulator is coming after this, so stay tuned. But our race has started in the interim. Green OG and HaloWalker showing us how it's done out in front. Halo with an excellent start. The Bob pulling up in second place. Now third as Green OG moves up just a little bit. We're going to see what changes as we go into our big crane dive. Don't hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Halo is going to be pulling ahead by one trail on the Bob here, who is in second place twice, just behind in third, and Killian in fourth place, watching the pack in front of him.
It's almost insulting. We got HaloWalker, who has not been, he's a DRL pilot, but he has not been showing up to these community tournaments. For him to come in here and just show the skills that this guy has, kind of out of nowhere, is unreal. And just showing that he deserves to be on the DRL roster. He's been putting in the work. Here he is in first place, and we had some drop back, so Green OG is now moving to second place, Killian in third.
Yeah, Killian definitely putting in some time here. You can see he's creeping up on Green OG this entire race, but they're so far behind Halo, there's no chance of them changing positions here before the finish. A great run from everybody. Twice in fourth, the Bob taking some prop damage and body damage, going to bring him back to fifth. And 2018 Toyota Tacoma, looks like that frame rust got the better of him with a little bit of body damage and put him at the back of the pack.
My prediction is there's no sweep is happening in this group. I think Halo took that one. It's possible, but he's going to have to really fight in order to sweep this heat.
Definitely. I will say he was on a really banger of a run. Super smooth. The guy's a professional, so this is what we expect. But we will see. We got K9 out here, and we'll see if K9, who's been historically accurate, we got Halo, Bob, and Green. Halo sweeps for sure, K9 says. Imperious, the taco was hunting for 60 years, couldn't find it. No overdrive in the 2018 Toyota Tacoma. Fell behind just a little bit on the highway.
Oh, we are loading in.
Container Salad. What a track name. Who's responsible for this one here? Let me see.
FPV Circus. I beat you to it.
FPV Circus. Very good. Good job. I'm glad you did, because I was lost. And it looks like Halo has the fastest time on this track, barring gysi's time that he says is the fastest, but we'll never really know. With a and he just set that with the 106.602.
He just set that. I was just gonna say, wait, are we getting updates on the tracks right now? Because we just looked at it a second ago and Halo was third.
Yeah, he set that 6 minutes ago. So in the practice leading up to this, he must have done that, right?
Unless what time did he just set? Maybe he just set it. What the heck's going on here?
I don't know. Life is a mystery. Going into our next race, however, the drones are off the podium. Green OG, the Bob, and HaloWalker showing us how it's done. 2018 Toyota Tacoma giving us the view from fourth place.
The Bob now, I'm watching him. I mean, we expect to see him top of the pack, and he was until he had some damage in the last heat there. But Halo in the mix, the Bob, Halo, Green OG, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the Bob was playing a little bit safe there. Had a much smoother descent through the containers than everyone else, and it moved him up the pack a little bit here. And now over the rock section, we can see who's going to win the wobble battle coming through our technical dive. It looks like that's going to be HaloWalker. HaloWalker and the Bob trending again 1 and 2 as we climb the inside of the building. Green OG, an excellent view of the first second. It looks like Christmas up ahead. The green and red drone twisting and weaving in and out of one another as they try to gain first place. But I just don't know who it's going to be here, Travis. We're coming up to the crane. What do you think?
Bob's holding on to it. This is the final stretch right now. I wanted to see someone switch it up here. I didn't think that we were going to see a sweep from Halo, and Bob has done it.
You can see the extra dip. Halo wasn't able to capitalize on enough ground effect time to make the dive worth it. Not able to get any closer to the Bob with a 107.085. Very nice time for the Bob. HaloWalker 107.240 in green, and third with a 107.503.
Yeah, and I was following along with twice for a bit there. We had some damage back of the pack, but clean fine from all. But it's gonna be interesting right now based on the 2 heats. Okay, we didn't see a sweep, but I do predict that we might have Bob or Halo win the next one and be forced to sudden death.
That is what I'm expecting. I expect that we're going to go to sudden death unless something crazy happens. I mean, certainly it's possible. We could see, I mean, we've seen it all at this point. We could see anything happen. We could see people crash. It's another reason, never give up. Your race isn't over until you're in that finish gate, because the pilots in front of you might just make a little boo-boo.
Reminds me of Manny. I always think back to Manny himself flying in DRL and in the actual race, and he came in as the 13th pilot. If you hadn't seen that, and ended up advancing all the way to the finals, and I think even the golden heat of his first ever level in DRL. But it was a turtle in the hair kind of situation where a lot of the pilots were just pushing too hard, crashing, and he just stayed in the air and managed to make it into the finish. So
yeah, you can't win the race if you don't finish the race, it turns out. It's a very important factor that is often overlooked by drone racing pilots worldwide. You really do have to get into the finish gate to finish the race.
You do, but yeah, it's a tough situation when the rules are set out this way, where you need to place first in one of these 3 heats. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. First or your last. But then that's sudden death is where you're at, where you need to be prepared to just be consistent and make sure you finish where you need to.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if Twice is battling for the sudden death here. I mean, it may be a bit of unfamiliarity with the track. We can see a nice battle we got 2 packs here, 1st and 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, all breaking off into 2 separate groups here, with Killian now finding his way into the middle in 4th place. HaloWalker in 1st, with the Bob trying to close the gap on him as we go into our dive and back around the outside of the containers, pulling in through our square gates.
Yeah, it's if I was in this situation, I would have been preparing for sudden death right off the bat with these pilots. So that would be my strategy of just like, okay, let's be consistent, make sure I can make it to sudden death and be in the right situation to capitalize. And while Killian fell back, I was on his view. He's dropped back to 6th place, so it looks like he's out at the moment. But Halo front of the pack, Bob in 2nd, and we're going to sudden death.
Absolutely. Great run from HaloWalker, showing us the smooth consistency that we expect from a DRL pilot. The Bob showing us that he is not to be messed around with. A 106.985. The Bob and HaloWalker definitely moving on. Green OG a 107.208. Green OG is really not too far behind our leaders here. And I mean, unless we see something dramatically change from Twice, Toyota, or Killian, I don't necessarily see anyone but Green moving on.
Yeah, K9 pointing out almost a PB again from Halo. So a 106.6. So I think you're right in that he didn't set it here. He set it in practice.
Yeah, it would have been practice just before the race. Even.
Yeah, his time is a 106.602. So he was like 100th of a second behind his time right there.
Yeah, great run from Halo. Imperious FP says he's got one of those low resistance batteries. Yeah, definitely. Overcharged, low resistance.
All right, sudden death, 1 spot open. see who will advance with this group to the finals.
It's a great day of racing here. Thanks everybody in chat for joining us on this lovely Sunday. Thanks to all our pilots for coming out and all the great track makers, Mr. P for putting this on, gysi, and everyone else who donated and worked hard to make this possible. This is how I want to spend my Sundays, Travis. I don't know about you.
Absolutely. And we got to shout that out again too, getting into like the donations for the prize pool. We'll get back to that in a minute, but
100%.
That's what's funded this, donations. It's incredible.
Yeah, this is a community funded event. So shout outs to the DRL racing community. It's because that's all that really matters. It's who's out here on these streets putting in the time, racing, grinding, improving. That's what matters. So shout out to everybody who's doing that.
Absolutely. On sudden death right now, we got Green OG in the lead. Only if first place is going to advance. Killian now slipping into second.
Twice FPV is out. He's taking damage to the dive. And he is no longer in contention. 2018 Toyota Tacoma now, our third place resident. Killian trying to put the moves on green, making up a little bit of time in the dive, but the slight bottom out didn't do him any favors as green just accelerates right out. Killian gets stuck on a container, it looks like. No,
I think it's the internet. I was watching him too. I had to switch off of it. He could be anywhere right now based on his Wi-Fi or whatever the heck he's using to connect to this tournament. But Toyota Taco in first place. What is going on here? Green OG goes down. No, it looks like they're still in the lead right now, but they're going to the front. This is the final stretch. The Toyota Taco, the chassis holds together, and they make it into the finals. What a crazy upset.
An incredible.
What the heck just happened?
Incredible upset here for 2018 Toyota Tacoma. I mean, Killian took some prop damage in the middle of the track there and was not able to recover. We did see what looked like some lag spikes from Killian, unfortunately. I'm not sure if that was a contributing factor in his damage, but it certainly made it very impossible for us to know how he was doing in that race.
I'm pulling this back up. We have to take a look here. I'm going to skip through where the heck's the Taco and when do they get past?
Yeah, we really need to see this on replay here. 2018 Toyota Tacoma with a
Look how far back they are right now from green on my screen. And
yeah, that's at least probably a second, 1.7 seconds, maybe 2.
I'm switching over to green where you can see where the mistake happened. Unfortunately, there they clipped. Going through the cubes. That's where the Taco was able to pass.
And that's all she wrote. Yeah, that's all she wrote. I think that would have been a great spot. See, if Twice had been in this race, we would have seen Twice in Toyota Tacoma racing for the finish here. Really unfortunate that Twice took that damage because this would have been the run, bro. Man, what a great opportunity here for 2018 Toyota Tacoma to advance. Green OG, Twice, and Killian all taking damage and unable to really be competitive in that heat. And there you go. We did talk about this before. We brought this up that you have to finish your race because anything can happen. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Anything just happened.
And I just want to shout out too, as a fellow Canadian, I'm still going with Toyota Taco here, is also Canadian. What a huge surprise for me, at least. I don't know the name. To have them come in and just like you say, be consistent. They managed to capitalize on the unfortunate crash from Green OG, who I expected was an absolute guarantee in the finals to not make it
into the finals, right? There wasn't a world where I expected Green to not come out of sudden death like that. And there you go. Mistake. Clipped a prop, pulls your drone into a wall, and the next thing you know, you're out there with a pole trying to get your drone down. I mean,
yeah, you said it. I mean, we were seeing a lot of consistent races up into that. Very few upsets. Unfortunately, we didn't see Killian come into the finals. But obviously situations with, where he's set up to game, also to see him competing and looking forward to seeing him compete at this upcoming DRL races is going to be insane. So
yeah, February 1st, mark your calendars. It's going to be really exciting. Looking forward to seeing everybody out there pushing and see what comes of it. It's one to look forward to.
I mean, I'm going to be there for sure. Blinken's going to be there. And obviously the DRL pilot's going to be there, but they're selling tickets. If you can't afford the tickets, just let us know. We'll figure it out. If anybody wants to make the trip to Miami, incredible. And hopefully we can get you out there meet the pilots, maybe you can get a little tour. I can't promise anything, but I will do my best to give you a little extra experience. I think it's well worth it. Who knows the next time we see a DRL race? Hopefully we see a whole bunch coming later this season, but I think this could be, it's kind of a historic race. We didn't know it was coming, right? There was kind of DRL stopped racing, and then now we got this surprise race, and it's gonna be insane with the most competitive roster that there's been, honestly.
Very
and
true.
The pilots
Very
are staying the same.
Yeah, it's gonna be some great racing. I'm looking forward to seeing it myself.
So I think we're giving them time to practice on the track, and we haven't looked at this track. So why don't we do a little look-see? We'll watch a replay of this brand new track that you helped me with, and this was not part of this season. This is a brand new track that the pilots got access to today.
Yeah, and just for the crowd out here, I'll be fair. Travis did all of the work. This is his track. I just reviewed it and like looked at the lights. That was pretty much it. He put in a lot of great work on this. So shout outs to Travis. Shout outs to FPVgan for making this one happen. It's a really fun racing track, and I think we're gonna see a lot of exciting racing on it as a result of it. I mean, we know Vegan's been making great racetracks since the beginning, right? He's got a long history of excellent racetracks, and this is no exception. So,
well, I guess we will see. And that was so like knowing that there was so much time to grind all the other tracks, and even though this is a red track, I did take some liberties to make it. It's we'll take a look at it right now. I think it's less technical than some of the other tracks, maybe easier in some ways, but sometimes easier tracks. And that's not to say it's an easy track, but easier tracks can make for more challenging race tracks.
100%.
Because the pilots are going to be forced to push, and they are about to fire up the finals. Can you wait until we review the track here, Blinken, or no? Just give us a second. We'll do a little walkthrough, a little track fly through, and then we'll jump into the lobby. So if you can just
we'll take a quick minute here.
And to preface, while it takes forever to load, this is a custom environment built by Mr. Persister, this incredible mansion that I placeholder named the Ganshin, and we stuck with it. So let's take a look. Here it is. We're looking at the Bob's Run, #1 time on the leaderboard right now, coming through, making a left-hand turn through that square gate. They now go to the top over the railing, which is going to be a real upset spot right now as they come over the roof. Through this one, back in a hairpin turn, and then another split S. They come through the gazebo section into a chicane, a corkscrew, and then along the road here, they're going to do a ladder up. Over top of the roof, they're banking. He's banking left, down through the doorway, corkscrewing up top, through this gap, around the roof. And now we come to the technical cube section. HaloWalker says that first element resembles something. And that is lap 1. The one difference is they're not going to visit that technical element on the lap of 2, and they're going to go straight into the finish.
That's
so
great.
Let's take a look. I'm going to switch over to an FPV, following along with Bob, getting a little view of this incredible environment that Mr. P completely handcrafted.
You can see Bob preparing for this nice cork here. As he wraps around up and over the building. This is the most exciting element of the track here as we come down through this doorway, up and around the building, and through our gap. It's so lovely. It's just it feels so nice when you nail it too. It's a wonderful element to fly down into the finish gate from around the tower. And there you have it, the Bob with a great lap.
Yeah, I call it now. We're gonna see, and my intention is that we're gonna get some real tight neck and neck finishes on this one. What joke did I miss?
It's okay. she's a meme lord. We've got meme lords in the chat. It's okay.
Yeah, we're just hyping it up.
Yeah. It is a very phallic technical section, Imperious. Maybe it's like the Donger dive.
All right, I'm loading into the tournament. Sorry for the delay. Hopefully, we didn't hold them up too much.
No, it's perfect timing here. Perfect timing here. We got 50 seconds left on the clock to get in and secure our spots for spectating. Little roster rundown here. So gysi OG, HaloWalker, the Bob, WestFPV, Mr. Persister, and our renegade 6th pilot, the 2018 Toyota Tacoma with undercoating, with rust prevention, solid frame, Bilstein shocks, good spring rates. 2018 Toyota Tacoma is out here ready to pre-run this race.
And let's talk about the prize money, because the top 6 pilots, they're already in the money right now. As soon as you made it to the finals, you're getting something, right?
That is correct.
So
let's see prizes. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll bring up the rules here. So first place is going to collect 40% of the total prize pool. Second, 25. Third, 15. Fourth, 10. Fifth and sixth both get 5% of our $1,550 prize pool, which that's no joke. I mean, half the time for in-person drone races, you don't see cash prize payouts like that. Even at the highest level, it takes like that. So for the community to pool together $1,550 of their own hard-earned money to just, you think it's $1,600 now? So congratulations in advance to all the pilots for making it this far. You're all getting paid. Wonderful, wonderful job by everybody. And now we get to see who earns the big bucks, as our race is on. West, Mr. Persister, GCOG, everybody's all together as we come around the balcony and make our way towards the big split S here.
Yeah, and I put some course cameras down here last minute, so we get to see from this perspective, but we'll switch to FPV a little bit here. But yeah, it's the Bob, HaloWalker 1 and 2, all 6 still in the fight. Bob, Gysi, Halo. I wonder if Toyota Tacoma even practiced this track much. Did they even expect to make it to the finals? Like, who is taking the time to put work on this track?
That's a great question. I mean, it looks like they've flown it at least once. They managed through the corkscrew, took a bit of damage coming around, and they are now falling back with that damaged prop and far into 6th place. But
yeah, it's the Gysi and Bob neck and neck. I'm going to switch over to FPV. I'm on the Bob's view, split S from the doorway, down bottom over top of the roof here. Bob on his tail. And it's going to be first place. So we didn't even discuss the rules. You guys all know it, but finals is 6 regular heats. You need 1 first or 2 seconds to automatically advance to the winner take all golden heats.
And just like that, the Bob able to come up into first place, passes Gysi. Gysi had a bit of a wobble as we had the slalom before the square gate in the climb, but Gysi has a ton of speed coming towards the finish gate.
Final stretch right here. I know there's pain delay, but it looked like Gysi got that one. He got it.
Yeah, what an insane pass there at the last second by Gysi. The Bob was able to capitalize on a little wobble Gysi had. He missed the first red slalom gate before the square gate leading into the building climb. And just before that, Gysi had to make a correction, allowing Bob to sneak past him. So incredible job by Gysi to not only come back within the last few turns, but come back like a 10th ahead. That's impressive.
Yeah, and we saw a few mistakes in the back. I mean, that was a tight pack early on. Even the Taco was up in there. He made a mistake at one point, set him back. But I think we saw mistakes from West, Halo, and Mr. P. Gysi and Bob were battling neck and neck there till the final.
And, you know, that's to be expected, as these pilots only had a maximum of, you know, maybe an hour and some change to practice this track.
Yeah.
Like, assuming that you spent some time on this track in between your heats, you may have had an hour 20 to practice this track if this is what you were practicing.
There was a bunch of worries. The initial feedback, and we got a little bit of feedback as the track was released, was the railing. So after that first left turn through that square inflatable gate, they then go through that doorway, and there's a couple railings there that might jump out and bite you. So not sure if I saw that actually become an issue or what.
Well, I think a lot of it was pilot concern, and naturally it's something to be concerned about. But let's be clear here. This is the finals track. All of these pilots have had ample time to practice the previous tracks, and most of the previous tracks had far more technical elements in them on an individual level or on an overall level. So while this banister may be the most stressful element of this track, it's certainly by no means the most stressful element of any of the tournament tracks.
Yeah, no,
it's just a tight shot. Like, don't screw up and you're going to be fine. And it looks like the Bob is showing us how that's done. The Bob, HaloWalker.
We got Halo out in front right now. Yeah,
Halo out in front. WestFPV in second place. The Bob now trading second for third as he pushes West out of second and up into the building we go.
Halo still hanging on to it. The Bob now moved his way into second place, coming through this corkscrew. It looks like some mistakes were made there. Someone's pushed back, but all 6 still up in the air as they come into lap number 2.
And we can see West took a left, right, left around the upper section of the building, not a complete corkscrew. I'm wondering if that didn't slow him down a little bit and push him farther back into this this 4th place position he found himself in.
Well, we're on right now. Bob now moved up into first place and extending his lead. Halo and Gysi 2nd and 3rd.
A beautiful race here. The Bob and gysi just 1 and 2, neck and neck. Halo now trying to sneak into 2nd place.
I'm going to say Bob already has a second, 2 seconds advance here, but right now he's holding on to first. He may not even need it. Might give up a 2nd place finish to somebody else.
The Bob with a clean corkscrew going into the finish. It's going to be anybody's race here.
The final stretch. That's a close one. It looked like the Bob, but Halo with the ping delay takes the win.
Another fine example of the Lord of Latency shining his holy light upon us this evening.
Well, I mean, I did call it. So Bob locking in his second has now advanced him to the finals. Sorry, to the golden heat. So we actually have 3 pilots already in. Am I right? So Gysi, Halo, and the Bob already in a winner take all golden heat.
Yeah. So now we have 4 opportunities for another pilot to join them. 2 second place finishes or 1 first place finish to secure a spot for West, Mr. Persister, or 2018 Toyota Tacoma.
I mean, could we get all 6? Probably not. It's possible.
It's definitely. I've seen it happen before, so it wouldn't be the first time.
It's an interesting situation when you have 3 already in by heat number 2. We now have 4 heats for them to just are they going to start messing around? Are they going to start pushing themselves even further? They know they have 4 heats now to prepare themselves for the golden heat. So it's probably trying to find the limits of what they have. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some mistakes from those top 3 guys and might allow somebody else in, unless they take a strategy of just saying, no, let's block. Let's just make sure that we're on the podium.
When the money's on the line, blocking seems like the play. If I were moving on to the next heat, I would for sure be running my race, but I definitely wouldn't be pushing for a PB. Put it that way.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat as you, but some of these guys, I mean, the egos are out there, and these guys want first. Some of these guys they don't even care. 2nd or 3rd means nothing. It's all about pride.
I wouldn't know anything about that, but I will say right now, it looks like Mr. Persister, Halo, Gysi, and the Bob, a tight pack here as we go through our split S towards the gazebo into the slalom. And I'm going to have to go to the orbit view because it's really tight here. I mean, we're seeing places change every single gate. We have a pack of blue, red, and yellow just ripping this track apart. And it could go any which way right now. This is just a wonderful thing. I'm looking at this in orbit view, and it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, in DRL, there was a year with Evan and Armory and Alex. I believe that was the Flying V.
And the Bob now clearly out in front.
There.
Yeah, we had some mistakes. The Bob clearly out in front.
Give me a different view. Bob is almost all by himself. Halo in 2nd. It means we're not going to see a change here, but Gysi did take damage, just falling back all the way to 6th.
Yeah, unless West can secure a 2nd place here, which is definitely something he would like to do. He had a little connection there with the gate, no damage, but a little bump. West is shaving every 10th that he can to try to move up into a position on HaloWalker, but it's not going to happen before the finish line here. HaloWalker coming in nice and sideways, keeping it clean. And there is your 1, 2, 3, the Bob, HaloWalker, West FPV.
I think that's what we got to watch on this next one. It's like West. I expect to see West up there. We know that he has what it takes. What is it in the track that's having him fall back behind these guys? Is he making mistakes? We didn't see any damage in that last one. What is it that's making him fall back to 4th place? I think we're going to do some FPV fall along with some of the pilots on the next heat.
I see the biggest hurdle for West right now is he's not doing a corkscrew through the building. West is taking a left turn, a right turn, and a left turn through the building. So he's climbing on a right turn, and he turns left through the gap. We see the Bob and HaloWalker doing a full, complete corkscrew. It starts as a left, and they keep wrapping the whole thing around through the gap. I think that's going to be one of the small elements where West is actually losing a lot of time over the course of both of these laps. You tell me what you think. You may see him do the same thing. I don't know if he'll change it this time around, but I did notice that was his initial strategy, and I'm worried that that may be slowing him down enough to put him out of contention.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a different rule set here once you get into finals, right? It's not waiting for that sudden death to get yourself in there. You have to make golden heat. You need 1 first or 2 seconds, or that's the end. I mean, at the same time, maybe I should preface that if you look at it strategically, you may actually want to get in the money. You get a bit more money if you get in 4th place. 5th and 6th are both $80, but I think it's like 160 or something like that if you get 4th, and that would be based on your being consistent and getting as high a position as you can. So if you get a couple thirds in there, that might be putting you in a position to be overall 4th.
That's correct. The placement of the pilots at the end of this is going to be huge. I mean, it's definitely an opportunity for any of these pilots to double their money. Like, West has the consistency. Let's see if he can find the speed going through this corkscrew in the building. I believe in him. I believe in you, West. I know you can't hear me, but here comes that full corkscrew from West. He's going to make up the time right here. I believe it.
Yeah, we're on the follow along right now. West in 2nd place. That's looking good for him, but Halo, of course, got a bit of a ping delay. He's in the mix right now moving into 2nd. Looked like a slightly better corkscrew.
Here we're going to
see him to push a little bit ahead.
And a left, right, left from West. Didn't necessarily put him behind. He didn't make up any ground there.
No, but yeah, somewhere in that mix, it is hard to tell because of that delay from Halo, because he was behind West, and then all of a sudden he shot back up. And was that because he had a better line, or was that because we were getting a little bit of a delay?
It's true.
Well, Gysi out of nowhere, now moving into 2nd place, saying, "Nuh-uh, we're blocking you out of the golden heat. It's only the 3 of us." Bob, Gysi, 1 and 2, West now in 3rd.
To Bob with just an amazing run. He's cutting everything perfectly tight. He's got a nice speed through the top square gate going into the building, where you see a lot of people slow down a little. It's hard to take that right left and get on track to climb up to that building in short order, but the Bob makes it look easy.
Yeah, and I didn't cut you off there, but we're following along with West. He wasn't going to make it happen, but he had some damage there coming on through that ladder section, I believe, at the end. So wasn't going to happen. Still, the same 3 going to the golden heat after heat 4, 2 more regular heats to go. And that means you either need to get your 2 seconds now, or someone's got to slip in a first. Otherwise, we're just going to see those 3 in the finals. But let's take a look at the overall leaderboard to see what 4th, 5th, and 6th look like at the moment. So there it is. West right now holding on to 4th place. He's got 2 thirds and 2 fourths. He's looking pretty. So the way that the ranking works here is it's your best finishing position, and then tied by your next best finishing position, and so on. So the fact that West has 2 thirds, he's in a great position right now to hang on to 4th place if he's unable to make it into the golden heat.
Yeah, that'd be a nice payday for West. I do believe he has it in him to earn his spot here. I can definitely see him not only securing a win, but, you know, he's got 2 heats. That's plenty of time for our boy to get his dubs, get his 2nd places if he has to.
Yeah, you're saying I'm rating him off too early. We should focus on the West. I think he can pull it out right now, and he knows how to work under pressure. So you could be right. 2 heats to go. He knows he's got to lock it in right now.
Right, he knows he's got it. We know the Bob is going to go out here and secure. The Bob is on a different level right now. He's going to go be consistent and do what he's doing. The race is going to be between Gysi and West. We know West has the potential to show up and knock Gysi out of the spot, out of the 2nd place spot. The Bob is also cutting these gates really tight. He's definitely in the danger zone as far as how tight he's cutting some of these turns. He could make a mistake. He might take some damage. We need to see West step up here just a little bit and put a little pressure on Gysi for those 2nd places while he has an opportunity.
Well, now maybe it's time. Right now, I got West and the Bob 1 and 2 right in the front of the pack. Who else we got here? The whole pack is together.
We got a HaloWalker. Yeah, HaloWalker and Gysi. Mr. P in 5th. Toyota Tacoma bringing up the back of our pack here. Mr. P gives us a good view as we come through the ladder gate up into the building. And it's going to be the Bob over the building.
Yeah, we're saying Bob's locked in. And Bob consistency here is looking real good for him for the golden heat, because he's been up there pretty much every single heat. But we know mistakes can happen. Here we are, lap number 2. The Bob, West in 2nd. It's a good spot for him.
Yeah, it's a great spot for him. Gysi has his eyes locked on the trail of the Bob as we run this race. I mean, I'm surprised Gysi hasn't clipped anything because he really needs to stop looking at where the Bob is. He's like overcorrecting for it. I can see it. The Bob not making any mistakes. West still in second place. Gysi trying to find a little time on him, but he's not able to do it. West with a slight bobble through the ladder. Now, who's going to win this climb? This is it. Gysi pulled hard on West.
It's all coming down to this for West right now. The final turn. Gysi cut that so tight.
And he hits the gate!
He hit the finish. I think Gysi had it. He tried to do exactly what you explained before. He took that final turn and he just locked his quad, tried not to maneuver, and he ended up clipping the finish gate.
And look at the time difference.
Oh my goodness.
128.43, the 128.44 after hitting the gate. This is absolutely unbelievable, but it is exactly the outcome that West needed here. This is what West needed. Take this and run with it.
This is it. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm curious. I'm thinking that based on the times that Gysi, even though he hit the finish, the gate triggered.
The gate did trigger. So it's one of those things, I'm sure you've noticed it before if you're racing, if you're grinding, anyone who's been grinding a track has had this happen. You hit the gate, you bump, you see it stop, and then you collect it all at the same time. It's like a stop, collect. It's like smack, dink. Because if you hit the top of it just right, what's the bottom of the drone do? It slides down into it. As soon as part of the drone hits the trigger, it triggers. So he did hit the gate. That's why he didn't win. Man, 0.001.
Well, let's just go to the DRL rulebook for a minute and just say that situation, if that happens in the golden heat, that is not counting. You have to go into the finish gate, or we're reviewing that and we're gonna make the call based on the review. Okay, so you can't trigger by hitting the side of the gate. You got to get the drone into the gate.
Does the whole drone have to go into the gate? Or just part of it?
Just part of it. Just get the How much? That question is happening because the drone can explode. How much the drone has to go into?
Yeah, does just an arm have to fly in there? Like, what part matters? You know, it should be camera. If the drone camera doesn't go in, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
that's where my brain is. Right, when I fly, I'm the camera. You know,
you need at least 2 props.
There you go.
Here we go. We are on heat number 6, the final regular heat of our finals. It's all coming down to this to see who we will get in our final golden heat.
And it's looking good here. WestFPV out in front, HaloWalker, Gysi, and West now moving back. The Bob back out in front. Gysi, West, the Bob, Gysi, West, the Bob, HaloWalker. Who is it going to be?
It's all down to looking for mistakes. The whole pack is together right now. The Taco is a little bit ways behind, but all 5 looks like Mr. P clipped.
West
takes damage. If he's got his audio on, he's not following his rules, so I'm not taking any blame for this. But West has fallen back behind.
Oh, he did it again. He definitely has his audio on. West, we're sorry, not sorry, bro. You did it to yourself. Don't clip anymore. You stay in the race. Gysi out front. The Bob just behind. HaloWalker trying to catch up to the Bob and Gysi here, pulling into their trails. They pull away. Pulls into their trails. They pull away. It's the ultimate game of cat and mouse here for HaloWalker as he cuts that gate real tight into the corkscrew. Let's see if he can catch up through the building.
Yeah, could this be a sign of what's going to happen in the golden heat? Of course, we had a battle back and forth, but Bob seems to be able to figure out where to get a little extra edge there, and has worked his way back to the first place and is going to finish up on top.
Yeah, Halo had a really nice section through the building there at the end, was able to pull a little time on both of them, but it was just too little too late as the Bob and Gysi 1-2, a 122.69 for the Bob. I mean, the level of consistency that we've seen from him throughout the entire race day is kind of next level. I mean, he is out here performing at the highest level possible.
Absolutely. And heartbreaking for West. I mean, after getting that second place finish in heat 5, I thought he had it. He was looking so solid in that final heat, but the pressure was on, and you were seeing that back and forth. You couldn't call the race. Everybody was on top of each other, and unfortunate mistake. We didn't even get to see, did he have an opportunity to get first or second in that heat?
Yeah, just the tiniest. I mean, when everything's so close, it really is a battle of mistakes, like you said. I mean, you're watching in awe as everyone is doing the same thing, more or less. Everyone's pulling everything as tightly as possible, trying to not lose any time on the competitors. and then the one bump just sets the whole thing into chaos. I really feel sorry for Wes there. He had a great run, a great effort, and a lot of great times on all of these tracks, just not able to get through that last heat without a little bit of damage.
Yeah, and he's one to watch. If you don't know, shout out to West. He streams on Twitch. He's got a YouTube channel. Check him out.
Yeah, definitely check out West. He's out here doing big things, putting a lot of time in. You talk about people who are really working on their stick time, getting the time in, trying to be the best he can be. West is up there with the best of them. He's doing the Lord's work out here on these sticks.
Yeah, and he won back-to-back Street League and Pro Spec races. Anyways, we'll get on to the races, the Golden Heat right now. The Bob, gysi, HaloWalker, the final 3 in the Golden Heat. Who's gonna take it? They've already made the podium, so we're battling to see who will be the champion of this community season.
And a wonderful pack of drones we have going into the slalom here. I mean, this is anybody's race, full stop. A beautiful display here. Looks like, is that Halo that's falling a little bit back? Yeah, Halo
falls back. It's Bob and gysi neck and neck coming around. This is still lap number 1, so anything can happen, but they're literally flying the exact same line.
Yeah, unfortunately, Halo is now out of contention so far back. There's very little he can do here, as it looks like gysi struggling a little bit to find time on the Bob, who has just been dialed in, laser beam focus all day long. A nice tight right turn over the roof, and gysi going to take some damage into the ladder before the split S. He's still trying to catch up to the trail of the Bob, but the Bob with no damage, no sign of him stopping or slowing down. No room for gysi here as the Bob runs away with it. Makes you wonder now, HaloWalker, will he catch up to gysi with no damage? Certainly a possibility before the race is over. Halo with a very nice tight ladder.
This is the final turn. He's got it in the bag. The Bob bringing it home, taking the win. Just absolutely incredible consistency and skill from the Bob this whole tournament. It's been incredible, and I think he proved it. He deserved the win, and Bob's our champion.
Miso said it best. Bob is just built different. Bob the Builder out here, crushing the competition. The consistency that he displayed today proves that he is one of the best. A 120.496 here in the final race for the Bob. The Bob, gysi OG, and our friend HaloWalker, just a great race all through and through. I mean, we saw all 3 of these pilots perform admirably through every single one of these heats. So hats off to them. Like, incredible racing, everyone. And everyone else who showed up today. Just a wonderful turn of events, amazing tracks, amazing racing. That's a good Sunday. What a race.
What a race. I'm going to send a link. We'll see if we can get the Bob to join us here in the studio, right? And otherwise, we...
Yeah, I don't know. Vegan has blacked out from all of the amazing racing here, but just a quick rundown. We got the Bob with the victory here for the Fall 2024 Grand Final. gysi OG in 2nd place. HaloWalker with a 3rd place finish. WestFPV 4th place in the pool with the Stogie. Mr. Persister, he's actually a dog with a hat, in 5th place. And 2018 Toyota Tacoma, proving that the rust proofing was enough to keep his frame in the race for the duration.
Oh, there you go. I don't know what the heck happened to my camera, but there we go. Incredible time. I mean, it's been cool to be a part of this, and let's do more shout outs again. Just a huge thank you and props to Mr. Persister and gysi for all the work they did on this, all of the track designers, and I'll pull up a list right now so we can take a look at all our track designers that built these tracks.
Yeah, we really need to serve. I mean, this wouldn't be possible without all of the volunteers who put in the time to make the tracks. Mr. Persister reached out to a lot of people, asked for people to participate. Thanks to everyone who did. I didn't fly a single track that didn't have elements that I loved. Some of them were more challenging than others, but they were all exceptional. So mad props to everyone. You know, we've all had our struggles with the DRL map editor. It's a wonderful piece of software, and it does take time and patience. There's a learning curve, and building fun tracks to fly is not the easiest thing in the world. if anyone has tried and been unsuccessful, you probably are aware. It's a labor of love, and big shout out to all the skilled pilots who put in the time to make these wonderful tracks.
Yeah, and if you're interested, I was told to announce that there is going to be a break now until the next tournament series, but I think that's definitely something in consideration. And if you want to learn how to design tracks and maybe be part of that next community season and design tracks with these guys, then these are the names you want to, well, one, you want to reach out to Mr. P, but let's go through the list of pilots that design tracks for the season. So the first track, Contain Yourself, that was a Mr. Persister track. Artillery Station, FPV Circus, then Silo Speedway was Drifting. Welcome to Paradise, another Mr. P. You designed the next one, Blood Blade, Seltro. And then we got some more. So a lot from FPV Circus, Mr. P. Then we got Shane here designed Pool Party. Absolutely insane pilot, but also incredible track designer. And then we got Driftings. We flew a track of his tonight. His was was it the container one or was the other one?
It's containers, yeah.
And then we got Container Cruising, Tripp design tracks. We got Flightless in here, gysi. I designed a track. Who else did we get here? Green OG.
Flightless. That's not a name that you've seen recently, but an OG map maker, a crazy map builder, Flightless. So.
And was the castle that you designed the track on? I think that environment was designed by him, if I'm not wrong.
That was Flightless, and a couple of other people worked together to build that one. I believe it was a group effort. So that track was built by 4 people. The Bloodstone Castle, Bloodstone Keep, is the original map. An incredible piece of art.
And then a shout out to WestFPV also with the waffle iron, which I hear is one of the favorites, and that's supposed to be, that's one of the hardest tracks in the whole series. So shout out to all those people. I did send a link to Crazy Bob, but I don't think I'm going to get him. So why don't we see if we can get Mr. Persister. Mr. Persister want to join us?
Yeah, but I guarantee Mr. Persister would come speak a few words about his wonderful tournament and season. Matter of fact, I think it would be inappropriate if he didn't come and tell us a little bit something about it and speak to it. So, I mean, we can sit here and guff the whole thing up. You know, we make everybody feel good and blow a little smoke, but I don't think we do it quite as much justice as the man himself.
Let's see.
Yeah, Mr. P, you're out there. Click the link.
All right, we might get gysi and Mr. P up in here. We'll see if my if it works. Oh, was I sharing my screen before and now it's gone? I don't know.
Yeah, it poofed. I think you had the leaderboard up and maybe closed it.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it is there.
Halo said a bunch. I'm looking at the latest activity on the leaderboard. A lot of PBs in the tournament. So shout outs to everybody who was pushing for it. That's fantastic to see. Goddess Randi with a PB on Container Salad. Green with a PB on Container Salad. The Bob on Genshin set that #1.
Yeah, I missed that. We got a raid from Twice. Thank you for that. I got a follow from Cats. Thank you. Anoli. Thank you very much for the follow. Hood Rats. I guess I'm going to have to be back on here streaming. Maybe, Seltro, maybe you and I got to do something again. This was a lot of fun.
I think so, man. I had a blast. So I'm always down. LSD with a great comment here. Mr. P helped us become better pilots with these last 2 seasons. Very grateful for all the work from everyone to make this possible. Couldn't have said it better, Mr. LSD. Like, Trippy, sorry. Couldn't have said it better, man. That really sums it up in a great way.
Check.
Oh, I got some audio from somebody. And who else we got here? Is this Mr. P here? Who do we got?
It's gysi.
I got gysi. Is the other one Mr. P?
The other one should be Mr. P. I hope it's Mr. P. What's going on, Gregor? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes, everything is fine. I kind of forgot at the last golden heat and clipped the bottom of the gate. But yeah, congrats to Bob for such an amazing race. And I mean, if you saw the past heats he put down, he got like 1/19th.
Yeah.
And those were almost our PBs. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. I'm bringing you on here as one of the organizers, but you actually put down incredible competition there in the throughout the whole competition, but in the end, it was you and Bob neck and neck through those final heats and then the golden heat. And that small mistake from you, obviously, you can even push Gysi to his limits, which surprises me. That Gysi was there just going, I have only so many turns. I gotta push it to get the Bob. So
it was a wonderful watching you guys race heads up. It was really, really great to see.
And got his PB'd all over that thing. Yeah, nice.
Can you also get Bob into this year?
I sent Bob a link. You can. He does have a link, but he hasn't responded to me. Bob is more than welcome to join us in here. It should just load him in. But yeah, hats off to Bob. Incredible racing. And so, how did this go for you? I know this is like a ton of work. What was your perspective of organizing this whole tournament? I know I had spoken to you when you guys started considering the idea. Do we do another season? Because of course you did like the summer series. Now we're doing the fall series. Oh, what am I now? You're sharing your screen with me. What is this? Is that your plan?
No, it's not from me. It's another user probably.
Oh, maybe it's I can hide it. Yeah. What's your take on how did the season go for you?
So yeah, at first, like when the first season ended, then Mr. P approached me and asked me if I was down for another one, and but he wanted to go a step further and not only like run a time trial on my website, but also finish it with the grand finals. And I was a bit skeptical at first because I already knew my schedule and I had a lot of private like things going on with my family, like one of my family member and one of my girlfriend family members like recently dying, and they were already like at this point it was kind of clear that this will happen, and we had a lot of responsibilities in that regard. And also we canceled our vacations, so I had all my vacations at the end on this year, and I was telling Mr. P, there's no way I can put in enough time on the website to restructure the website.
But you did.
Yeah. But
sometimes you just gotta start somewhere. Okay, it looks like Mr. P is trying again.
Oh, there we go. I see green.
Hey, what's up,
Hell
Mr. P?
yeah.
Welcome.
Hey guys.
Congratulations.
Feedback. It's not giving me my volume through my headset. Yeah, that was a awesome tournament. So much fun.
Well, yeah, incredible work. So, I mean, it was a ton. Tell us a little bit about organizing this and what it was like working with all the track designers and having it all come together with today's event. And
oh, well, it was a lot of work, but I think it was absolutely worth it in the long run because we had so much fun today. And yeah, we do a little bit of a track review process on everybody's track and try and improve everybody's designs, give people some suggestions to improve their designs. And, this is what we got. I think the tracks turned out really awesome this season. And in the future, I only hope that we can help everybody improve more.
Well, I'll give you the opportunity. I don't want to take away the attention, but just since the only track you didn't get to review is the one we did tonight, what's your feedback?
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic.
Even the red, I was like, he may not like the red roofs, but I was like, I heard feedback that some people have found it hard to see, so I was like, I'm just gonna make it clear, clean.
No, absolutely, that was the right call. I think it turned out fantastic. Absolutely love the maps that you put together, and it was awesome.
Incredible. And again, that environment that was something that must have taken you forever to build, because that's completely handcrafted with basic shapes, right? You have limited assets in the map editor in order to build something like that.
Yeah.
Do we have the Bob up in here?
Yeah, what's up,
Hey,
Bob?
Yo, the
What's
Bob.
up? Here's our champion. Welcome.
Let's go.
the first time I actually seeing in live. We talked so much.
My first time being live too. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, congratulations on your win, man. You were out there killing it. A lot of hard work went into that.
Yeah,
well-deserved victory. You've been absolutely killing it on the weekly tournaments.
And are you wearing a backpack or a vest? Is this like or is it just your outfit?
Yeah, you're kind of dark
Yeah.
there.
Oh, it's just a hoodie. It's
It's
just
just-
you're sitting in the dark, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, it's not
This
turn the
guy's just-
lights on.
he finished the race, and he's like off to heading out the
I have
door.
a
Backpack,
multi-GP.
he carries his skills around in it.
Nice. You got your multi GP champs shirt on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I've been tell us about how this the tournament series went for you.
I mean, it went a lot better than I expected. I was just hoping to get to finals and maybe top 3, and it went really well. And like, big shout out to gysi, Mr. P, and the guys that made it happen, and also for the DRL pilots coming out, that made it a lot
Yeah.
more fun as well. So
Hell
big
yeah.
shout out to Halo and Killian. Like, it wouldn't have been the same without them, and then also Vegan and just everyone that was there to make this happen. So it was a lot of fun to race.
Absolutely. So what was your strategy going into it in that, like, that final track that we just watched? It was released like an hour before we started practicing. And then, so you went in, I imagine you practiced that track. What was your did you put a lot more emphasis on that? Did you spend time to go practice much on the quarterfinal and semifinals tracks as well?
The semifinals, I was a little bit worried about because I didn't know who I'd be racing against, so I put some time on that. I beat my time, but then come to find out, Halo beat my time right before semifinals
Yeah.
started, and then yeah, I didn't see that coming, and then yeah, Halo, it showed in his performance. He was unbelievably fast through the semifinals, and then otherwise, yeah, I dedicated all the rest of my time grinding the grand finals track, the new one. I was actually late because I came from church, so like that's why this shirt is actually my dress shirt for church.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was writing him, where are you? It's 15 minutes already. And he was like, yeah, I'm coming. I'm still in church.
He was out there praying
Don't
hard
worry
for the
about
dub. He was praying for the dub, and it came through.
Yeah.
Hey, it turns out to be the strategy that won the day. So who are we to
Exactly.
judge?
Jesus took the wheel.
And a fun fact, or not a fun fact, but like, it was really risky for you, right, Crazy Bob, because he went, like, he was second place previous community season, and he won, like, what, he won $363, and he put the all
Yes.
the amount
doubling
back
up
into
it, yeah.
I saw that. That's
Yeah.
incredible that you did that.
Ton of
Bob. Yeah.
respect. A ton of respect for that play. That was a solid choice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know he earned it all back. Crazy good.
Awesome. Well, congrats to Gizzy and the Bob, both you guys, and to HaloWalker in the podium. What's for the organizers? What's the plan going forward? You did tell me that there was going to be a break. Is there anything that you want to speak about this overall series, and if there's anything more that you to come that you expect?
Well, we haven't solidified our plans for the future, but there will be much discussion in the future in our Discord channel, and you know, we'll be taking a little break for the for the winter season rather, and hopefully we'll be back for the next season, the spring.
So map makers, all of you map makers out there, the people who contributed last time and the time before, remember that. And don't do what I did and wait until the last minute to make your tracks. You got plenty of time. There's going to be another one, I promise.
We'll get things set up a little farther
Yeah.
ahead of time. We'll try and be better prepared for next season.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to make this a little bit bigger even, and maybe even bigger prize pool. And maybe, like, we already got a contact to DRL through Blinken, and maybe, yeah, there's something cooking behind the scenes, and we can get a bigger prize pool, and then that would also attract a lot more people.
It certainly would be beneficial for everyone, I think. I can't see it not being great for DRL to help foster such a wonderful community event. I mean, just the tracks alone and the skill that goes into making good tracks, that's an effort. I mean, Vegan knows. We all know. Everyone who made a track knows what it's like. So
yeah, a lot of time and effort goes into both the map design and the track design.
Yeah.
And for me, I mean, I think that would be fantastic if there was support. And of course, I worked on the DRL side for many years, and I fought so many battles to put on different tournament series. You know, as as a staff from that, and trying to get their support was still a challenge at times because they have different priorities. But I think the biggest lesson from this is just seeing that none of that is necessary. You want to do something, you just put in the work and you make it happen. The work that you guys did to pull this off, the prize pool is incredible for an event like this. The fact that it came in through donations and community support is unreal, and it just proves that you don't need to wait for something to happen. You don't need for the perfect situation. You just can come together and make it happen the way that you want it to happen. And I think that if anything, like waiting for DRL to put on events like this is unnecessary. You could even have held something like this back, right? In the past, I'd be the one doing all the track design. So the fact that you be able to come together with this community and build completely custom environments and custom tracks and put so much thought and care into it is truly impressive, and I hope to see it continue. So
I would have never believed that it worked, because when Mr. P was suggesting, hey, let's do the next season completely custom built tracks on custom built maps, and I was like, okay,
yeah, you gotta be ambitious, right? Yeah, absolutely.
That truly is what makes it special for me. I think having everyone come together to build the wonderful tracks and environments to race in, it makes it feel very complete. You get a ton of different perspectives. It's not one track builder building all the tracks, so they all feel unique, and it just makes it very special. That's something that a lot of other racing doesn't have. You look at even multi-GP races where, yes, the tracks are often designed by a lot of different people, but they all tend to feel, you're confined a little bit when you're racing in that space. We don't have that. We're racing in big spaces with lots of real estate, a lot of gates, a lot of opportunities for creativity, and it's great to be able to see that shine and highlight it in such a space. Like, you may not see such tracks like this over the course of an entire year in some under other circumstances. However, this motivated enough people to just make awesome stuff. It's really cool to see.
And probably, well, I think of it like, probably if you're interested in being involved in designing maps, and probably the most useful thing over this holiday season to do, if you did want to put in work, is to try building an environment, right? So not necessarily a racetrack, try just being creative and think of like, what would be the most unique environment that I could build. And it's such a great way. It's like a wireframe kind of like a blueprint tool where you can just use basic shapes to kind of create any environment and that you want. So
yeah, we'd really love to showcase more different people's works. If you're more or less creatives than that, you want to get more involved on the track design side, we're looking for more people to build tracks in the future and to expand our team. So I really hope that more people come and participate, because this is a group project. And I really just want to thank all 4 of you guys here for participating and for doing this awesome stream here. By the way, those transitions that you put together for the stream are absolutely fire. Vegan and Seltro.
I like it.
Vegan
I put a little bit of work in there
with the graphics.
Yeah, that is literally so good.
Beautiful. Well, I'm glad I could contribute and be a part of this incredible thing that you've done. So hats off to you. Man. And is there anyone else, as we're thanking everybody, obviously Blinken behind the scenes running the tournament, coming from the DRL side, he works on the DRL sim team, but I think a lot of the contribution that he's done is on his own accord, because he supports and loves what you guys are doing. So
big ups for that. It's that's huge. I like to say thank you to Mr. P and gysi and Vegan. It's really fun to be a part of this. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to join you guys. It's always a pleasure. So I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Awesome.
Yeah, Seltro. Seltro is who I hadn't thanked, but it's been an absolute pleasure, dude. You absolutely rocked it tonight, and I think we should do this more often. But
I'd be glad to. It's a pleasure as always.
Looking forward to rewatching yours.
Yeah, I would definitely
locked in on the
rewatch it.
Yeah, same.
Thank you guys. It was a pleasure.
Thank you all. It was great racing. It's good to see all my friends out in one place. It's fun. Get all these familiar faces, names out. It's great to see people racing. That's what I love.
Yeah,
So-
I really love sim racing. I think sim racing is super underrated, and
It's grossly underrated.
yeah, it's my goal in the future to, you know, improve that and to build on what we've got here. And in what ways we choose to do that is all up to us, because this is our community to operate. Everybody's got an input.
Yeah,
Yeah.
K9, but the Bob, right? The Bob on another level of consistency here today. Mad shout outs to our winner.
Yeah, well done,
Absolutely
Bob.
insane.
Hats off to you, sir.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Put in the work and it shows, man. Great work.
and there's a few, I'm sure everybody, you know, most people here are within these communities. If you guys hang out in Discord, there's some incredible communities. I have my own Discord server for Flight Deck. There's Faster Every Day Seltro server, and also Mr. P has his own. So like, and if you guys, I know there's also Drone Pals, but right now I'm just gonna I'll throw mine in the chat, and if you guys have any other Discord channels that you want to share, just throw them in the chat right now and get you guys involved, because there's going to be more racing in DRL. I think Blink is going to continue those tournaments, and of course, there's a build up to this big DRL race that's happening on February 1st, but also there's some incredible racing happening on Velocidrone, especially, and I guess DCL. I can say DCL. DCL. I think it was be doing tryouts early next year. So definitely on the Flight Deck channel, we've got a team that we do some kind of casual racing. So if you're interested in all that, come join us.
Yep. Don't be a stranger.
All right, well, let's sign it off here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is for you, and hope to see you soon. Catch you later. Bye.
Uses
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, boys.
Bye.
Peace out.
With the legs, all about finesse, I am not impressed. I don't need a rest, coming in with less, then you see the flex. Elohim with the melody, and then he supply the breath. 70, keep it heavenly, everybody get the bread. I got some bread and I got some cheese. I'm not impressed with none of the stage. Told her myself if it's up to me. Top of the list, I'm running the league, don't run into me. We not the same, the homie compete. I'm in the game, I'm pulling from deep. Lugging a loaf, this is heavily. Another loaf, I've been burning toast. Let him tell it, I done done the most. I'm jumping, hopping, skipping, frogging, ribbon over all these gimmicks like I'm jumping rope. I done phone to go. Hit me with a light, I got right back to it. Future looking brighter than a diamond jeweler, and the reason why, cause I put God in my meals. It's been like this, it's like Sawyer Way. Sauce on everything, bolognese. I've been legit since the 7th grade, and it's safe to say I control the wave. Control my speed, control my pace. Cling to Jesus, hold the grace. Please believe I've been running this marathon, and my faith gon' hold the place. They saying I win again. Hard act to follow and tough pill to swallow, remind them of cinnamon. This gift is a benefit.